Hey, what's going on, nobodies? It's Braxton here, joined by Deacon Tuttle.
Hey, I'm here, guys.
Yeah, so you'll often hear in this podcast that there's a video component, but unfortunately, faulty hardware has left us high and dry. So, what's it going to look like, Deacon?
It's going to look like a classic episode, so I guess it still makes sense because, this is not our official video one yet, so we can do that for our 11th episode. We can have a clean number 10 for the first season, and it'll just be funny because we're referring to ourselves in video format, which you will not see. And hopefully the archives will be recovered someday, but this will not happen again in the future, so I apologize.
Yes, thank you guys so much for being our fans, being the nobodies that brought us to episode 10. We couldn't do it without you. Over 200 consistent listens. You guys are incredible. We thank you so much for the support, and I'll see you next time.
Let's rock it, nobodies.
Whenever you're ready, man.
All right.
Am I opening or are you opening?
You go for it.
No, we have a camera to look at and everything.
Dude, we are finally audio-visual.
This is great. Hey! Welcome back to Nobody's Watching. I'm your co-host, Braxton Zenobio, joined by the lovely...
Deacon Tuttle, we made it.
Boom!
Pop
Episode
Smoke.
10! Pop Smoke?
Yeah, we made it.
We made it.
Yeah, tell the vision, everyone. The clean version. It's way better.
Boom. Episode 10. We made it. We're here. We're co-hosting it. Episode 10. First live video. Definitely not live, but video version of the podcast.
Yeah.
We got this arm cross going on over here.
It's perfect length for our arms to just kind of be close to each other.
Overlap in some ways, too. Yeah, it's good. But, Deacon, how are you? How you feel? It feels like it's been a long time since we've done anything for the podcast.
It really does. Yeah, I think some of our listeners, maybe don't feel it as much. The upload schedule is like a week and a half, so they're still getting content. But recording wise, it's been a while. So
Yeah, it has.
Very excited to get back into the swing of things. This is the conclusion of our first season of the show. 10 episodes.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna have some rebranding and some new things, and we're already kicking it off to a great way.
We're bringing you guys some good stuff. It's coming in. Oh, we got someone coming in through the door. Nope. Who knows?
It appears like that.
It appears like that. We've got a studio audience here, which is kind of cool. Of 3 people.
This is good.
And then 2 in the back room, in the green room.
Two
of our guests were being more drama queen like, and they're like, "Oh, just come get us when you're ready." So.
Yeah. Very petty of them.
Very,
we'll see them later. We'll have some conflict.
Yeah.
We'll show you how to.
We'll dial them up on the podcast.
We
could do a double dial.
Double dial.
Yeah.
I think that could be fitting for our first guest in the moments. But before we do that, I'm doing good.
Yeah.
So how are you doing?
I'm doing good. Today was an okay day.
Mm-hmm.
I worked and there was just some emotional things going on in the noggin, but that's okay. We're here now. I'm thrilled to be here. I just pounded, freaking destroyed it. Just a plate full of noodles and chicken and vegetables, and I feel awful. Honestly, I feel disgusting.
Even after I try to calm your tummy.
You did rub me like a dragoose, but it just did not. It did not have the effect that I thought it would have, but that's okay.
That's all right.
Yes, but I'm doing good. I'm excited to be here. We're here in the new house, the new studio. I think the last episode we were at the old place.
We were, yeah. That's actually kind of sad. We didn't really give it a proper send off on the podcast.
It's
so
been
maybe
2 weeks.
Maybe we take a moment to just acknowledge the respects.
Yeah. What's your favorite moment in the old place? Real quick.
Okay, one of the first ones that came to my head is when we were playing that one ball game. I don't remember what it was called, but Jason, our good friend Jason, maybe he could be listening. Smash Face. That was so funny because our apartment was not built for something like that. I think the space in this place, in Goonland, this might be more equipped for something like Smash Face.
I think we also have a backyard for Smash Face.
See, that makes more sense.
I think we should definitely play some Smash Face.
The damage possibilities.
Maybe we run it after this sesh.
Yeah,
it's possible. I know there's some guests out there that will like that. Yeah. But yeah, I think for me that my favorite memory in the old stew was it's kind of funny. I don't know if it's my favorite, but it's the one that sticks out to me most. Yeah. Is when I was going through a big period of change in my life, and I was deciding whether to cut off a big section of my life at the time off, and I was telling you guys all this stress and anxiety and stuff, and you come in and you go, Owen's like, go home. Our other roommate, Owen, for audio and video listeners.
Video! Let's go!
Let's go. Our spikes are gonna be epic now.
Now you can see our live reactions to the spikes.
Ah! Unhinged. But Owen's like, go home, man, go home. And I'm like, yeah. And you're like, yeah, go home and go blow a load off. Which, if you're over 18, you know the terminology, blow a load off. And we're not going to get into the niche and nash of that. But
I'll just say the implications of that statement did not ring true in my head at the time.
No, that's not what he intended. He completely I'm speaking for you now, apparently, but you completely intended to go and take a load off, like relax, go home, unhinge your mind.
Yeah.
And so but speaking of unhinging of the mind, we've got a freaking smorgasbord of guests.
We do,
and we also have a smorgasbord of topics that we could talk about with our guests. And so I think we should just hop straight into it.
Let's do it.
I would love to intro this first guest, if you don't mind.
I would love you too.
Yeah. Okay. This guest is the king of sleeping in. He is the man, the myth, the legend. He's put in hours and hours at your local grocery store and at your local bar and grill. He's lovable. His face hasn't changed for the past 12 years. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Owen Ott. Owen, come around.
Let's go!
Come on, baby. Give him a hand. Come on.
Woo! Live studio audience.
Woo!
We got another one
come
coming in.
Finally
Come
on
on
the
in.
podcast.
Come in.
Dude. Welcome.
We're here. Welcome to the podcast.
Hello.
How does
We're
it
here, baby.
It just feels nice. I'm finally on this thing.
It's
I know.
long time
We
coming.
got to get you a spotlight episode.
Oh, that's coming. This
That-
is like
that's
a
definitely-
teaser. of
This
sorts.
is just a little teaser
Little
for you
teaser.
nobodies.
Little teaser.
Yeah. So, Owen, who are you? Tell us about yourself.
Well, I'm Owen Ott. I've been best friends with this guy for like 20 years now.
Yeah,
Met
baby.
this guy like 3.5 years ago
Whoa.
now. That's so weird.
It really
Feels
It is
longer.
kinda weird.
I thought about that today. I was like, wow, I was 18 when I met you guys.
Yeah.
Which is wild.
Holy cow.
Wow.
I'm gonna be 22 this year.
22.
Yeah, both of you guys.
This is nuts.
Oh,
Nuts, I
man.
say. Nuts.
Crazy.
Wow. Well, what else do you're a schooler, you're a
Yeah, schooler,
what's your hobbies and
law
such?
justicer,
Mhm.
cop Owen,
Mm.
eventuality.
You're a police officer.
Yes, not right now.
In the future.
In the future,
Eventuality.
You
Yes.
see, the gimmick here on the podcast is, we know you, but the nobodies
Yeah.
don't. So you
Yeah,
kind of have to
yeah.
overextend
I
yourself
gotta-
as you explain yourself in a little bit of a way,
Yeah.
which is kind of
Yeah.
awkward. But
Yeah, that is a little awkward.
I want
but
you to
got
make
it.
eye contact with that camera for 20 seconds and explain your soul to them.
he just goosed into the
Goose,
mic.
man.
Okay. Well, I'm from where this guy's from, and I met him there. Yeah, we went to high school together. We did all sorts of stuff together. I don't know. I played lacrosse for a really long time.
It's true.
I worked at Safeway, like you said,
Mm-hmm.
grinding in the grocery store. Now I'm at
You were getting in the layers, casting shadows.
Shadows.
I could sense it.
Yeah, you can sense the shadows.
Yeah, I can sense the shadows.
Now I'm at a restaurant working there. Going to college here at Central with these two guys, where I met him and our other old roommates, and then our two other roommates here. All met him here. That's pretty nice. I
Mhm.
love this house.
It's pretty great. Goonland.
Goonland. I was kind of sad about leaving the apartment, but this is spacious and I like it.
Because you are a goon, what is your favorite memory of Goon Manor? That's
Goon
the old
Manor.
place, right?
It's funny. It was an apartment. We called it Goon Manor, and then we actually moved into a house, and now we're calling it just Goon Land.
It
Yeah,
just
but the
gets-
amusement park vibes, that's why.
We do have amusement vibes. We had a boxing match about 4 or 5 weeks ago, something like
Close
that.
to 4.
I'm looking at
Oh
I'm
my
looking at Taylor in the audience over there,
gosh.
like wondering because I have no memory and she just holds on to it.
If it's
and
4 weeks,
about 4 weeks.
Goodness
Brandon's confirming.
gracious.
Yeah. But 4 weeks ago. So we have amusement vibes. We're gonna host. We got some movie nights that we've done, and we do D&D, and so we've got amusement.
We got amusement
We've got a
here.
great
No, no.
amusement.
We are
gotta-
theatrical and deceptive.
Excuse me,
We're theatrical and deceptive. That's a Bane line for Walsh there.
Bane.
theatrical,
Yeah.
deceptive.
Yeah. This is good.
Favorite memory from Goon Manor, though. Ooh.
That's why I just did the first one that popped in my head. Mine was definitely
pop
not
it.
the best, but
Yeah,
just
same.
one that came.
All the spike ball, just like
Okay.
just hours of spike ball that we would do at that place.
Oh yeah, the first 2 weeks we just plugged in hours, and then in the wintertime we'd go out in the night and
Yep.
we'd play.
Yep.
That was good.
Oh.
Darn, I accidentally left or not accidentally, I was just too lazy to move it. My spike ball thing, and now it's all like warped and stuff, so I gotta get
Oh yeah.
all new that. That's done.
I thought you were about to say you left it at the apartment. I'm like, darn.
No, it's here.
That's good. That's
It's
good.
still warped though.
It's still warped. Yeah, I mean, like if you think about it philosophically, we're all warped in some way. You know.
This is true. We're all fallen creatures, so we just pick ourselves up and.
Yeah. Not to be confused with the fallen angels from the Noah movie with Russell Crowe playing Noah, where he shoves an axe in someone's face.
Were those the rock creatures or Nephilim?
Nephilim. Would you mind explaining Nephilim to the nobodies?
Nephilim are fallen angels that have mated with spiritual beings that I believe are of dark descent.
That's
Is
what
that
I
right?
believe. Yes.
Is that right?
I just wanted to. Owen is estranged to these Nephilim.
He's just laughing.
Yeah, he's going.
We're being serious. This is a real topic.
This is
in the
this
Bible.
is
matter
serious.
of life and death.
This is a matter of life.
Side note, real quick, I want to plug the TV show Supernatural. That's how I found out about Nephilims for the first time, and then I realized they were in the Bible. But one of the coolest characters in there is a Nephilim.
Yeah. Also, while we're sidebarring and shouting out, we want to shout out the person who made our logo, Addison Zenobio. We've done it before, but we want to shout him out again because it's the 10th episode Spectacular, and he could not be here to do this.
Yes.
So, want to shout him out. He's my brother. I love him greatly. And he runs his own graphic design business. So, A to Z Designs does things, anything from logos to character to caricature designs, all graphically. It does menus, does business cards, all the facets. And he's freaking phenomenal.
Yes.
I think he's rearing up a really cool gig at I'm gonna undisclosed location.
Okay.
That's might come into work. So if you want it, we'll maybe put it in the description.
Yeah,
his
follow on
Instagram handle and Facebook maybe or something like that.
Yeah.
It's A to Z Designs. But yeah. Anyway, back to
Right up.
the Nephilim. So I think when we get to the root of the Neph, if you will, the Nephilim. I think because the movie described them as fallen angels, but also Nephilims are part of their Nephilimage is fallen angelitude.
Yes.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
So
Also, don't get confused with the Fallen from Transformers 2: Revenge of the Fallen.
you don't like the Fallen.
The character, I might be okay with the character, the film in which he lands in. Not my favorite.
Are you sure about that?
I love Transformers 2.
I know you do.
I'll say it. That's my favorite one.
Really?
Yeah, we've known this. Owen and I's supremacy.
Let's go, baby.
Yes. Yeah, it's good. It's good.
So good. So
Yeah.
good.
Two best.
I do
And you
love
like
the-
3 though, which
3's awesome.
three. Okay, 3 is cool,
best.
but here's the thing. I have a traumatic memory of watching 3
Oh, you
in
do?
theaters. I don't know if I've shared it on the podcast. Do you think I have?
Yeah.
I have?
I'm pretty sure.
Okay, well, I'll brief it.
Do it.
Basically, there was the scene where everything is getting destroyed by the Decepticons and people are literally getting zapped into bones. And I go over to my mom. I lean over and I go, Mom, is this what hell is like?
I mean, it was all-out warfare. And
It was, yeah.
Chicago. Bad.
Chicago. Hell is Chicago.
It's basically Chicago.
It's basically just Chicago.
Hell Chicago.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
But,
No.
yeah.
You know why I like 2 and why 3 is a little muffled for me?
Okay, sure.
Okay,
Muffled.
so we have 1. 1 is probably, it's probably the best one. 1 is probably the best one. But then we have 2, which still fits the story and also like introduces like a big bad that's connected with, because they don't really they talk about the brother connection between Megatron and Optimus Prime. I'm getting really into Transformers right now.
Yeah.
It's
you
been
like
like this for
watching YouTube
it's been
videos?
like this for the past like 3 weeks.
Okay,
I've
sweet.
literally just been getting into Transformers
Oh,
again.
gosh.
It's got good lore.
It's got great lore.
I don't know about Bayformers.
Bayformers?
but-
So Bayformers just has a little different lore.
It's
And
it's
then-
just bad.
And then they brought in Bumblebee, the movie, and then it completely
Changed everything.
changed everything. And yeah.
But didn't Bumblebee release then 5 released?
No, 5 came out
5.
2017, and then Bumblebee
2018.
Yeah, and then isn't there a new the Beast Formers, Transformers: Rise of the Beast?
Yeah,
right?
but that one's like nebulous because is it in the timeline of the Bayformers or is it?
I think Bayformers timeline is done after 5. I gotta be honest.
Yeah, because it's not making any money.
Yeah. Well, no, it was making money. They just ran it dry. They brought in Mark Wahlberg as a last resort, and that was basically it.
Everyone brings. Okay, I'll say this. It's kind of a hot take. Love Mark Wahlberg. He's been in some great movies. Pain and Gain being one of them. That's probably my favorite Mark Wahlberg movie. Just because he's a
I haven't thought about
bodybuilder.
that
in that.
movie.
I've
in
never
so
actually
long.
seen that movie.
What?
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
dude,
great.
it's
It is great.
it's
Michael Bay.
cool. It's cool.
Yeah.
I was gonna say my favorite saying to say on the podcast to describe something that's really cool, but I want this podcast to get played at the Portal's
Oh, okay, yeah.
speakers at work.
We're
So
doing this for you
I'm
guys.
censoring myself for you. But what was I saying? Mark Wahlberg, you bring him in when a movie franchise is about to die, or when you
Or
know
when
it's
beginning.
or when it's beginning and you're not confident enough in it.
Uncharted.
You bring him in to save it, and
okay,
you bring it in
okay.
if you're not confident enough in the story. And I mean, even Tom Holland said it. I love the movie too.
Yeah.
By the way, I thought it was a really fun movie.
Still haven't finished it.
Finished
I
it.
haven't, even,
Oh.
I haven't even started it.
I watched the first 20 minutes.
It's a fun movie. It's a fun movie, but it's just Tom Holland said himself. He said Mark Wahlberg did a better job. He could have done a better job being Nathan Drake than me.
Yeah.
Which that's a bad recipe. That's a recipe for disaster. Nobody's.
Not a good image.
Not a good image.
Back to the Transformers timeline.
Oh.
Because
You're
I
really
really,
on
I
this.
really want to get this out.
Sure.
Okay, I want to get this out. I've been thinking about this a lot.
Okay.
All right. So we have one's great, and then we go into 2. We introduce the Fallen. The Fallen is connected to Optimus Prime through literally I don't know, what do you Energon? Not blood.
Yeah, Energon.
they're brothers.
What is Energon? Is it blood?
That's like their life essence.
Life essence.
Their soul.
Yeah,
Swords.
like the spark is their soul.
soul essence.
And then Energon is what powers that, and they need
Yeah.
that. But yeah, we get introduced to that. The Fallen is Megatron's master, and then obviously you have Starscream, who's his Megatron's lackey.
That was the
underling.
word I was going to say.
Yeah,
But Starscream's so cool. They did him no justice. In
Oh, I
freaking-
agree. He's way too groveling in the movies.
He's way too
one,
Smeagol.
In 1, he is menacing. In 2, it goes down because Optimus basically just wipes his face, and then
I
in
forget he's
3,
even in 3. Dude.
in 3 he dies.
He's bad in 3.
But
I did like his
Yeah.
end. I did like his ending though in 3
But-
when the new girl came in and was like, "I'm gonna kill you." Why would you want to be Decepticon's lackey? Or
yeah, why would you?
Megatron?
Sentinels.
Yeah.
You
Love
know
it.
the line if you watch the movie.
Yeah, watch the movie, but
But you go through 2, and you have this whole Fallen, and then they're gonna try to just destroy the sun and everything, which is really cool. You have Devastator who comes in, which is the big mutta, the big chimp-like man with the balls.
the balls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's literally a
We're
chimp.
directly beneath the enemy scrotum.
Yes.
Line in the movie.
Scrote.
And then 2 ends, and then 3 comes in, and 3 is like, it's like 2. It's almost like 2-2 because 3 just doesn't fit if 2 exists. Like, I don't know what they were thinking or what happened because Megatron was like, "Oh, I'm happy you tracked that ship to the moon. I had this whole entire thing planned with Sentinel Prime to bring Cybertron here."
Yeah.
Was the Fallen in on this plan?
I don't think so.
Was the Fallen in on this? Like, was this the
I
Fallen's
think
plan?
here's this because there's also incongruities between 1 and 2. There's like missing pieces, of sorts, and so I think this. I think that every time Michael Bay makes a Transformers movie, he looks at the whiteboard that has all the lore,
Yeah.
and he wipes it. He takes a big eraser, and just
I think my favorite part of the Michael Bay films from between 1 and 2 is him basically explaining. I think it's through Optimus. Yeah, more Transformers fell from the sky. Also Decepticons too. But you know the little ball things that happen at 1. Basically, that's what he says. Like, yeah, they
wait, Devastator's balls?
No.
They're just dropping in.
No, like in 1 when they're like like when all the Autobots are flying into Earth.
Yeah.
And they get their like car forms and stuff. It's like that. They don't show it, but they basically just go, "Yeah, they fell. There's more."
That's right.
Yeah,
Well,
they got my message at the end of 1. They just fell down.
Yeah.
That's so lame. That's so freaking lame.
Like Optimus and all the Transformers had to travel for like years to get to Earth and everything. And then just randomly, more came. They got my message. They came in like a week after.
I'm sending out a message.
I'm sending out a message.
Yes. Oh gosh. Transformers, man.
We love them.
Yeah.
Bayformers. We love Bayformers.
We do love Bayformers, and we should.
I like 4 and 5.
We should rank the Bay movies. We should do a spotlight episode with
that'd
you.
be
We should
fun.
rank
Yes.
the Transformers movies together. I think that'd be a good time. If that's what you guys want to see. So Deacon and I, sidebar, we were floating around the idea. There's going to be a poll on our Instagram that I don't know when it's going to... Maybe we do the poll when we release this episode.
That's what I was
so that'll
thinking,
probably be in about 4 weeks. No, I'm just joking. But we'll release the poll, and if you're looking for it, it's on the Goon Productions Instagram, and that's going to be linked in the description right here. We're going to poll, and we're going to see what you guys want to hear about us talk about, because we've heard a lot about movies and singing and fashion and music and video games and my dad and all, and just about Deacon and I, and we've gotten more personal or economics with Magnuson and social media with Olivia, and so we just want to know what you guys want to hear, and not that we're going to cater specifically, but I think we'll zero in a little bit more.
Yeah,
but
just let us know what you like, favorite moments and funny stuff and bits and all that. Yeah. Oh, and I come under the impression that you have something to ask us.
Oh yes. I have 2 questions. First one though, what has been your least favorite moment on this podcast?
Least favorite moment.
Oh.
You get a lot of questions. Oh, what's your favorite moment of this? What's your favorite moment of that? No. What's
Least
your
favorite moment on the
least
podcast?
favorite moment on this podcast?
I don't know. I can't think of one off the top of my head.
I can't either.
Or at least a part of this podcast. What's your least favorite part of it? Deacon, you
Taylor's
say
signaling
the editing
something.
Process.
No, that's not.
Taylor's motioning that she punched me in the face, but that's impossible because she would never be able to hit me. I'm way too quick.
Mine is probably when I had that editing scare with Maggie's video.
Oh.
That whole thing. But thankfully, timestamps and all that, I was already through the process, so I didn't have to go back too far.
Yeah,
so
that's good.
That was like a big thing because it already takes like a fair amount of time. So when I realized that, I thought I just wasted all that. I was like, no. So sad. But
probably before we recorded this one, my dad got me this cool new mixer so we could all have microphones, which I was really looking forward to. And in classic, if anyone who knows me, I'm always going somewhere and running somewhere, so I really don't have enough time to actually do the things I want to do, kinda. And so I really wanted to focus and put the 3 mics, tri-mic setup going on, but it didn't happen. And I just took a shower and my forehead, when setting this up, was drenched in sweat. Just because when I'm working on technology, I hate it so much.
Hate technology from your skin.
That it just, the hate just starts to
open up,
kind of come out of my skin in a way, and I just can't. But that's probably it. Yeah.
Good question.
That was a great question. Thank you for asking.
Yes.
Yeah. Do you have anything you want to say to the nobodies? I know you got to be somewhere. I know you're a busy man.
Oh yeah, busy man. Man. Gotta take care of some animals. I don't know. Shout out my mom.
Yeah.
Stephanie, I love you. Ambrose, my dad, love him too.
Nice.
And my brother Aiden. We love Aiden.
Yeah, we do.
Oh, freaking Louie Bobby.
Oh, Louie
My
Bobby.
mom just got a dog.
Louie Bobby. No.
Hey, don't thumbs down Louie Bobby. He's so nice.
I'm doing it.
No,
You
he's
can
so
see it
cute.
in the shadow.
It's a little Cocker Spaniel, and he's like this big. He's like that big.
Like this big.
If
He's
anyone
tiny.
knows what Godzilla Shin looks like, that's I almost said Bowie. That's what Louie Bobby looks like.
Didn't you say he looks like a Brachiosaurus?
Yeah, but the next thing up is Godzilla Shin. So, I'm kidding. I love the guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's got nuclear breath, I guess.
Yeah,
Oh.
nuclear. He's got a mouth on his tail.
It's real bad.
Yeah, this is a pooch. Yeah,
We love
but
him.
Owen,
Crazy.
thank you so much for coming on, man.
Yes.
Give Owen a round of applause. Come on. Yeah. Thank you, buddy.
All right.
Yes.
I'll be back.
Sayonara. Yes.
So now we got a transition.
I know we kind of got a little transition period. How you feeling, bud?
I'm feeling great right now. This is a new experience for sure. It's
Yeah.
weird looking at that thing sometimes, knowing it's recording us.
Yeah. It is a little
It's fun.
weird. It's unusual because normally during the podcast I look around the room a lot, and I caught myself doing it. I'm like, no, I gotta be a good host now. Yeah. But that was great.
Yeah.
Oh no, we should do that longer form with Owen.
Yeah, very fitting.
Yeah. We have a whole slew of guests
Yeah.
that are before us, and I introduced Owen, so I think it's up to you, man. And if there's anyone that's on a time constraint, yeah. I mean, introduce this fellow over here.
I want the Red Rocket to come over.
Yeah. You gotta call him
Yeah,
up
here we go. This is a good friend of ours.
Oh, he's
already
coming on.
stepping
He's just
in.
coming on.
Okay.
Introduction. Boom,
Okay.
he's
I don't
in.
need no introduction.
Okay,
He's
What are you
in.
talking about?
This is kind of Nolan's shtick. He breaks the rules here. He likes
He
to
is
have
kind
a
of
good
a bad
time.
boy.
He's here. I'm very thrown off that you're in here. So Nolan Marsh, welcome to the show.
Welcome to Nolan
Nobody's
Marsh.
watching.
Woo!
But now they're watching because the nobody's
watching.
are visual.
Everybody's watching
Yeah.
now.
So
And that kind of does defeat the purpose of my podcast that nobody is watching. But now they are.
But I mean, now it alludes to the
indeed
view count.
watching.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
How does it feel to be on the podcast? What are your thoughts right now?
Dude, I haven't been on a podcast ever.
Oh,
So,
okay.
like,
So you're breaking
wow.
history.
This is pretty new to me. So I'm really excited to be here though.
Yeah. That's awesome, man. I have actually a beaming question that I've been dying to ask you.
Go for it.
Okay. Are you a vlogger? Because your Snap story today says yes. Because you hopped on saying, this is the 7th time I drove to my old house and past my new house. And this is crazy. And I couldn't believe I did that. But I just wanted to put that out there for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bye.
I mean,
Are you a vlogger?
not really, but I probably could.
You're open to it.
In all honesty, I probably could, but
What's stopping you?
just laziness, probably.
Oh.
I'm pretty
We need to
lazy.
delve
Like those
into
little
this.
7-second videos that you just put out today. That was great.
Yeah.
Nice. That's good. I liked it. That gave me a good chuckle at work today.
Good.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
good.
I go, oh, Nolan.
I'm here for the
That's
comedy.
Yeah, that was my comedy. Yeah, that's good. But so who are you, Nolan? This is kind of your time to shine and tell the nobodies that are watching currently, who you are, what makes you tick. That's what we're all about here, man.
Dude, yeah. Well, I'm Nolan. I'm just a 23-year-old ginger at college.
You did not.
Yeah.
The leading trait, actually the second, I guess the following lead supporting is that you're ginger.
Yeah.
Mm. Ginge.
Dude, I'm loving the college, being at college, being at church, being a part of our church Resonate, and just wanting to just grow Christ's kingdom at this point now.
Mm. We love that.
Yeah,
I love that.
and yeah, that kind of makes me tick, God's now it makes me tick.
Yeah.
God's movement is just been something that I've been really trying to jump into now, and just jump into that head first diving into that. It's a struggle for me though, because I struggle talking to people. Honestly, it's just
Dude, you're
something
doing
I
great
do.
on here, man.
I don't know,
You're
man.
slaying it.
I just
Nice, man. That's cool.
What would you say is, since you say you struggle with talking to people, what's one way you've seen progress and growth in that's giving you more confidence maybe?
honestly, the amount of just people, just going up to people and just talking to them. Because, it's a struggle for me to just go up to people randomly and talk to them. At church is different because I know, pretty much everybody at church. But, people on campus that I don't know, because we go out and we, tell people, talk to people on campus, and just say, hey, can I sit with you, And for us, it's just, for me at least, it's just, really stressful for me because it's, I think, what am I going to say? What's gonna come out of my mouth during that conversation?
Yeah.
Or what am I going to say when I come up to this person? And I just get stressed out and I psych myself out all the time. So
You're not alone in that.
True.
There's people out there that that struggle with talking to people. I mean, at work, like, I don't know what happens. I would say I'm normally a charismatic, talkative person, but when I go to Suncadia, I like barely know how to speak to people. It's kind of weird, but yeah, that's cool though. You're killing it here on the podcast.
Good,
Yeah,
thanks.
What hobbies would you equate to you? Like, what are your big ticket hobbies?
Dude,
That you like spending your time doing?
used to be video games. Now, like, I'm trying to get more of things away from just screens now, and like longboarding obviously is one of my big hobbies I like to do. I like to do like all sports really. I try to learn as many sports as possible.
Yeah.
Honestly. And
How many would you say you've learned?
Do you know badminton?
Yes.
Okay, good.
How many have
There's
you
one.
been?
Like played?
How many have you been?
What is
15.
you?
15.
Wow.
Probably.
That's
Can you name 15 sports right now? Time.
go.
Timed?
Yeah.
Football, soccer, basketball, baseball, softball, pickleball, badminton. Probably not 15, but
No, you're not.
volleyball. I think I said volleyball already.
Nope.
No, I did not. Handball.
Nice.
Handball.
I love handball.
You got 6 more.
What's
Dude,
handball?
handball. Cricket. I
Yeah.
played cricket once. That was very interesting. It was very
But you
confusing.
have learned it, so.
I have sort of learned it.
Oh,
I
okay.
don't really remember anything.
Wait, does that count then on the sports you've learned?
50%. I 50%
I don't think he's a sports
Thumbs
guy
up,
anymore.
thumbs
Get some
down.
thumbs up there. He's
Oh,
lying.
we're getting a thumbs up. We're getting a
Thumbs up,
thumbs
thumbs up, thumbs up.
Yeah. Oh,
One thumbs down. It's 50-50. What is that? It's volleyball and soccer mixed. It's like foot volleyball. I don't actually know what it's called, but that was
Foot volleyball.
That was interesting. Ultimate frisbee for disc golf actually.
Okay. There you go. 2 more.
Okay, does mini golf count?
No.
Nah,
Golf
it's
and
not a
mini
subset.
golf. I'm already giving you disc golf and ultimate frisbee.
Nice.
So.
Here's one more.
Yeah, you can save it for when you come on again.
Oh, running.
What? Oh, okay, sure, yeah.
Yeah.
What
sure.
do you enjoy
What about bowling?
Oh yeah,
That's
no
a
bowling
sport.
too. That's...
What about javelin throwing?
See, I learned it, but I can't do it.
High jump?
I've done that.
Swimming?
Yeah.
Oh, you do strike me as a swimmer. Your bod is swim-like.
Yeah, but what do you enjoy about sports?
That gave me life.
Dude.
We're making a clips channel now.
Dude.
We're gonna make a clips channel where we get the highlights.
Please.
Deacon just hit this.
Dude, please. Dude, I enjoy the competitive nature of sports, honestly. I do love competing, and sometimes I get really competitive, as some people know. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I love sports. Sports are good. Yeah. How has your gingerness affected your athletic life?
This is a good question. There's not that many prominent gingers. We have Sean White. We have
That's a pretty big
we
one.
got Andy Dalton.
Don't talk about
We got
Dalton.
Luca. Isn't Luca ginger?
He's not. He's blonde.
Luka Doncic.
Luca's not blonde.
He's blonde for sure.
Luka Doncic?
Yes, he's blonde.
We're talking about basketball, Luca, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Carson Wentz.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Any gingers out in the NFL realm?
Holler at us.
Holler at us if you want to be on the podcast.
Yeah.
You can represent a ginger, like Nolan is doing right now. Adopt a ginger. Anyway, but how has that affected that? You know?
Not much.
I don't know.
Not
I
at
actually
all.
do have an actual serious question here for you. And I do want to know, because you kind of, for me at least, in my head, when I think of gingers, you kind of represent all ginger. All. Like, I think you're just a good representer of all. So, is there actual discrimination as a ginger, or is it just the facade that gingers continue to keep in the biosphere? That didn't make sense, but
In terms of
like, do you actually
Like-
feel discriminated
no,
as a ginger, or is it just like, but you blinked?
no, I don't feel any like discrimination. Some people will call me ginger or like like something I don't even remember. I don't get offended by those at all.
Oh, nice.
Anymore because I've heard them too much, so I'm like whatever.
Sure.
Oh, so you're numb to it.
I'm numb to it.
Numb to the touch.
I'm numb to it.
Nice. That's awesome.
Yeah,
But
cool.
I think for other people it might bother them, but I'm not sure.
Who knows? Who knows, man?
Yeah. Well, do you have a question for us?
Dude, yeah. Actually, I've thought about this a little bit, but I'm like, if you guys could get a rapper or a music artist on the show, who would you want to have on the show, and why would you want them on the show?
That's a good question.
I already have an answer.
Yeah.
They're kind of a duo. They don't really do anything without each other, and they haven't made music in a long time. But I believe it's Inspector Badass and Waxy. I think are their names.
Yeah, they are.
They're kind of underground.
Yeah, they are a little bit. I think they haven't dropped something like a year and a half, so they're bound to be on the mic again.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's true. They missed their I think they missed their window for a song in the summer,
Yeah.
but that's okay.
No, it's still summertime.
Have you heard of Waxy and Inspector?
No, I don't think I have.
Really?
I should though.
Shame. I'll send you their link or sometime.
Dude,
Yeah.
do it.
They're really underground.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I think my answer would probably be Island Boys. We got another duo here. We
The
could
Island Boys would be fun.
Braxton and
Island
I,
Boys.
and we can see if they walk off another podcast too.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
we could get them to. I bet we could do it faster than Impulsive.
I mean, we probably could. You saw the video of them training, because you know how everyone on social media is doing boxing.
Yeah.
And so there's a video of them. They're both wearing boxing gloves, not pads.
Okay.
Like punch pads. Both wearing boxing gloves, and one of the Island Boys is just punching the other's gloves. It's so
That's
funny, and it's like, Logan Paul, Island Boy, baby.
That's good.
I love the Island Boys.
Call out Logan Paul.
Nah.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, Island Boys. What about you? Who would you like to see on here?
Dude, on here, dude, Nathan.
Oh, you mean Child in Between?
Child in Between. That's what I meant.
The
Oh,
Between
Sorry,
Child.
Child in Between.
That'd be freaking awesome.
Dude.
That'd be great.
Child in Between, I think would be great. And then who else? I don't remember the King's Kaleidoscope.
Oh, okay.
Guy.
Do they do rap?
they
and stuff?
rap?
I don't listen.
I
to
mean,
them,
they
so.
don't really
Andy
do.
Mineo? Is
They
that
don't
his
do-
name?
Or,
Oh,
or
he's
Andy
good, yeah.
Mineo too.
Yeah, I'm not a massive fan of his music, but he's good.
He's really good.
Yeah, he is really good.
I like him a lot. He's
Yeah.
one of my favorites.
That's an awesome question, man. Thank you for asking.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. Sweet. Well, you know what, Nolan? Do you have anything you'd like to say to the nobodies? Anyone you'd like to shout out? You know?
Dude. Like to shout out the roommates. You know?
Oh, yeah.
The
Oh.
roommates. Sarver, Sway, Austin and Devin. You know? Love those guys.
Dev
you know?
Gallison.
You know? I'm not home right now, but I'll be home soon.
You will be.
You will be. He will, indeed. Yeah. Well, dude, Nolan, thanks for coming on the podcast, man.
Dude, yeah, thanks for having me, both of you.
Of course, yeah. We'll have to do this again sometime.
Dude, yes.
Yes.
I'm super down.
Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, give Nolan a round of applause. Woo! Thanks, man.
Yeah, brother.
Yes.
The marshland leaves.
Yes. Another one bites the dust, man.
They're gone.
We're kind of cruising. We're
Yeah.
cruising along.
Yeah.
These minutes are going by quick.
They are.
Yeah. It's already been 37 minutes. It's been here, which is crazy. Yes. We're
How's your
seeing-
mental fortitude right now?
Whoa. Clearly, it's in shambles by that question.
Whoa.
You just shattered it. My mental fortitude, it's good. Normally, I come in with stuff to talk about prepared, because then if I know I have stuff on backup, I'm more comfortable
Yeah.
just spitting out random jargon, you know. So I do have one question that I'm just waiting for a certain guest to ask it. I kind of want him on.
Oh, okay.
But I think we should switch at the pace a little
Yeah,
bit, you know. So I'll introduce one. You know,
Yeah.
she's
Elect.
been on the podcast before. She's a classic character. She's part of many triads of life. Yep. She's also my girlfriend, but not only known by that. Oh. What's
What?
Ladies and gentlemen, Taylor Smith. Welcome back to the podcast.
Thank you guys.
Yes.
I'm here.
Yes. You completely left us underdressed here. Deacon Iron, I'm like, are casuals right now.
I know. I go. I'm just gonna vibe.
I know.
I'm just gonna be comfortable. I'm gonna put on this very nice cotton tie dye. Chill.
You get a great fit, Deacon,
Thanks.
for the podcast.
I was thinking that this kind of went with this.
Yeah, the yellow, the gold and the yellow kind of.
It's a little tattered. I like it.
Yeah, I like it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But you're bull. What are you wearing? What do you got on?
Well, it's all from you. I got my Air Force Ones from Braxton for my birthday. I got these pants on our 1-year anniversary. You also bought them and picked them out. I also got his wife beater that's cut in half.
Wife Defender. We're
Wife
reclaiming
Defender.
that, fellas.
Yeah.
We're reclaiming
It's
that.
a rebrand, so welcome to it, Hanes.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, I just figured that I talked about fashion for a pretty significant portion of last podcast, and so I couldn't embarrass myself.
Definitely.
There you go.
So
That's valid.
Yep.
It's valid.
I have some questions for you guys.
Oh, already? Okay.
Going out of.
Yeah.
If you guys want to know them.
Yeah.
Okay, first question. What is the best genre of food? So like Mexican, Chinese, American, fast food, medium speed burger.
Interesting.
Oh, you do know I love my medium speed burgers.
Yeah, and why?
This is okay. I'm gonna say Italian food, because I like obviously I'm American, so I've never been out of the country, so that's all I've ever experienced, and I think it tastes really good just from all the different people I've had it from. So I know that one day when Braxton and I go there, and when I live in their basement, when we're living in Italy for that 2-year reprieve,
It's happening.
that I will love real Italian food. Even though I know that it's different, I just know that I'm gonna love it.
It's
So
gonna be
that's
even
probably
better.
why I would pick
It's
it.
so good.
Yeah, my
Molto
mom
bene.
made a lot of Italian food, so not Italian, but I just love it.
It's great.
Apparently,
right?
people think you are because they think we look alike.
Yeah, so maybe I've inherited some kind of resemblance.
Maybe it might have dashed onto you a little bit.
Oh, this is gonna be the first time people can see that. They can judge for themselves.
Yeah, it's
if
the
you
first
guys
time
look
people
alike or
have
not.
ever seen us.
Yeah, maybe. I think that this might be the first time. Maybe that's part of our poll. We just say, "Do we look the same?" That's
Yes,
all.
we
we
will.
do.
We'll do a
Do we
series
actually
of
look the
polls,
same?
maybe.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a fun little. Yeah, but me being Italian, I want to say it, but I thought of this that really innovated the game. Okay, it's not Italian food for me, even though it's like my default. So like it can't be like my favorite because I hadn't chose it as my favorite. It's just my default. It's my go-to. But I have to say Asian food. And Asian food because you can take we all know Asian barbecue tacos. We all know Asian barbecue, Asian food fits in it touches on every surface of the food space. So you can't go wrong.
Yeah, it kind of inserts itself into every other ethnicity's food.
Yeah, it does. And it's so good. I mean, shout out noodles.
Yeah, I feel like I just don't get sick of Asian food compared
Yeah.
to all the
Yeah.
other kinds. I go through spells where I'm way more interested in that stuff, but I can always just
Spells.
go down that kind of noodles.
Yeah.
We're getting a confirm over there. Oh, that was nice. We got the fellas over there.
Yeah, I was gonna say Asian food as well. I think I can't specify Korean, Japanese, Chinese. I like all Asian food. I'm gonna claim that as a genre of its own because
Would
you
Indian
got
food
sushi.
fall in that? I mean, doesn't geographic? I'm not.
I'm
horrible
frankly
at
completely
geography, I'll be
unsure.
honest, yeah.
I'm pretty
I don't
sure
know.
India falls in the Asia zone.
I think it is.
This is really sad.
India's
This is
in
actually
Asia.
really sad.
Yeah, India is in Asia.
Yeah,
right?
okay, so then that would fall in the fast. This is really sad. This
Okay,
is really
Who
in
good.
knows
that
geography
case,
We're
then
gonna
you,
cut
then
that.
you. What's up, Nolan?
Go for it.
Oh yeah, it's in East Asia.
Oh, it's
Yeah,
just,
okay,
there you go.
okay.
So it would fall
so
in
in
that
that
facet.
case, you have curry, pad
curry.
thai, you got
Asian.
sushi.
Oh, that's
you got,
that's hard now.
Oh, orange chicken, teriyaki chicken katsu. I just love chicken.
Oh,
apparently.
chicken katsu.
Chow mein.
Oh, yeah.
Oh
Yes.
my.
That's great.
Okay,
What
second
about
question.
you? Wait,
Oh,
what about you?
I just said.
Oh, Asian food, sorry.
Okay, I got a second question for you guys. I'm kind of running the show here.
Yeah?
Do it.
Yeah. It's typical for me. I'm usually in charge. No, I'm just kidding.
Do you feel in charge? Do you feel in charge?
I forgot. Oh, okay. This might be kind of confusing. I don't know how to phrase it, so roll with me. What is a feature on a person that is not? It it's not like considered conventionally attractive, but you find it beautiful. But only same gender. So guys say something for guys, I'll say something for girls.
Oh, okay.
I can go first because I've thought of mine.
Okay, go for it.
Okay.
So like an unconventional attraction.
Yeah, so like something that doesn't meet like the conventional beauty standard, but you think it is like beautiful.
Okay.
Yeah. So for me, I think that women, for some reason, have been convinced that the lower half of their stomach should be perfectly flat to their body, which frankly makes no sense. There's organs in there. Why
Boom.
would it look like that?
That's a pouch.
We are storing stuff in our bodies in that location.
My uterus is literally there. Like, why would you, what?
Uterus.
Like, it just doesn't make any sense. And I think it's very, very cute. Like, I actually like when it's like somewhat pronounced on girls, and there's just like their stomach, and then like a little upside down question mark. I just think it's so cute, and it makes.
Brenna just looked at hers.
Oh my!
Celebrate it!
Oh,
Celebrate it! I
wow.
got it right here. But
That's
yeah,
awesome.
I just think it's super cute. I like notice it when I go to the gym because my shorts be like tighter on my waist, and it kind of makes it like even more extended.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's nice.
Nice.
And like women will be like, oh, I want that gone. Like, and then there's all these. I mean, I'm sure it all happened because of capitalism. Because if you can make a problem and you can make a solution and sell it, so people are like, oh, fat melting, blah blah blah. I'm like, it's not even fat. It's literally your internal organs.
How?
Anyway.
Then answer me this: how? Because you know there are women out there that have the completely freaking washboard slate.
Yeah.
How do you achieve that then? If you got the pouch, if you got the Udi in there.
Well, you can take pictures flexing. Like I can make mine go flat. Anyone could.
Oh, okay.
But like,
so you think it that's what it is? You think it is the flexing and the picture taking and the angles? Because I know you've talked about angles before on the show.
yeah, you can make yourself look completely different in a picture. But and also like everybody's different. Like some people it is more pronounced and some people it's not.
Right.
And if you have a very low body fat percentage, like women store fat there to protect their uterus.
Storage.
But anyway, like, so you could like make your body more one certain way or whatever. Genetically, people are going to be different. So like some people it's very pronounced, some people it's not. But just like anything on a person, you know, it's different on everybody. I love it.
Amen.
Yep.
We love it too here
That's
at,
good.
at
That's
Nobody's
great.
Watching HQ. We love
Pooch
it.
that.
Support it.
Pooch. Hashtag
Pooch
pooch.
it. Hashtag pooch. Hashtag proud poocher.
Kangaroo.
Nice. Deacon, have you come up with yours?
I've got two. I'm trying to decide.
You're looking at someone in this room. Is it because that person has it?
Oh no, I was trying to look at the camera.
Oh, okay. Nice.
I'll say I like respecting calves. I like giving shout outs to guys when they have good calves.
Oh, yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's nice.
And I feel like that's like a really good compliment for somebody. Like they're like, oh wow, you know, like especially when they don't think about it that much. I feel like it's it's depending on the person whether or not they go to the gym or something like that. So,
You've got good calves, Deke.
oh, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
That's good. Everyone likes a good compliment, so thank you.
Yeah.
But that wasn't my first one, but then I think so maybe technically I broke the question because I that's one I think about more than the first one I said.
Mm-hmm.
Can I cheat and say the second one?
Yeah.
Oh
go
yeah,
for it.
say it.
I was gonna say noses.
all noses.
just like-
you just
like-
love them.
Yeah.
Who's got the sexiest male nose that you've seen? Could be someone you know, or could be someone you haven't met.
Off the top of my head, that I don't know. I'd have to mull that over. But noses are like you don't realize how like integral they are to the body
face.
until you think about somebody without a nose like Voldemort, and you're
Take
like that is
take that away,
obscene.
and you are the Dark Lord.
That is bad. It's a bad look. So, I cheated and I answered twice.
Nice. Deacon's a cheater.
I actually also had a second answer.
Oh, go for it.
I think
Taylor's a cheater.
Give me two answers.
when I was like really young, before I ever got acne, I always really wanted acne. I thought it was really pretty, like, and so girls that have like acne scars right underneath their cheekbone, I just think it's the prettiest thing ever. And like people want to get rid of it and they don't like it, and I understand because society makes people insecure about it.
Yeah.
But I like it.
Fair enough.
It's good.
That's great.
Yep,
That's
and I got what I wished for. I later on got severe acne in college,
Oh,
but
wow.
now it's gone. So, yep.
Okay. It's this thing right here. When it's this. For those watching our visual
The
learners.
drumstick.
The drumstick of the elbow arm region.
Such
I
an
don't know what
interesting
muscle this
term.
is right
I've
here.
never thought about that.
But Owen has really good ones. Let's see yours, Deke.
I don't know. Is that what that is?
I like yours. Yeah,
Thank
it's
you.
good.
Like
it's good.
I got
It's-
a pretty prominent
Yeah, you
pooch
do.
in here.
Yeah. Yeah, I just love it. I just think it's so nice.
Very interesting.
And if I were to bite into any body part, it'd probably be that.
It's not bad.
Stick my teeth into that sucker.
It does look like you just put it on like a barbecue.
Yeah, right? Doesn't it? Like, especially if you get a nice tan going, or
Kind of cannibalistic.
You know?
Hey, that's a great answer.
and then it also, if you get a big enough one, it adds a second layer. There's a second layer to it.
What?
I don't know if I have it because I can't see it. Do I have the second
I don't
layer?
honestly know. I'm
That's
a
okay.
little confused
But
about
also,
the anatomy.
I do love a good forearm vein, and I know that's kind of conventional for some people out there, but I just do love a good forearm that is built for tough.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Nice.
Do you have other questions, or is that kind of it?
That's all I thought of.
I have a
But if
question
guys
for
have a
you.
question for me. Okay.
What number?
This is good.
This is a good one.
Yeah, this is a real good one.
What number? That's the question.
Yeah, what number?
What number? Two.
Oh my gosh.
Three.
Dude.
Three.
No, you already chose 2.
That's the number of kids.
That's the no. What?
I'm just kidding.
Yo, that just went left, right, and center. Oh my gosh. Nah, I don't know. We talked a little bit about aliens on the podcast when you were on, right?
Yeah, I know, Maggie was on.
Maggie, right? And we talked a little bit about aliens at lunch, and I want to hear if an alien were to come, if you were to wake up. I'm gonna paint the scene for you. If you were to wake up, and an alien was standing in your room, at the other end of your room, by your doorway, like you just came in, like you woke up to the sound of the door closing, and an alien's there, and it is the little green guy. It is the 3-foot little green or
small.
gray. It's the Paul alien. If you've seen the movie Paul, shut up, Paul.
I haven't, but okay, he's small though.
You're not missing much, but you're also missing out at the same time.
Okay.
Yeah.
On like a cultural moment for everybody.
Yeah, I mean,
I mean, Simon Pegg is a great alien.
he
got
does do a good
voice for
alien,
it.
but the movie itself is not very
No,
good.
no.
Yeah, kind of flopped at the box office. I'm familiar. It did. But what would you do?
I would raise up in my bed and also go so it felt at home.
What did that mean? What did you say?
Oh, that is kind of dangerous because it's kind of like meowing back at a cat. Like you don't really know what you're saying.
What if he's like, I'm gonna kill you, and you say, I'm gonna kill you back?
Well, then if he tries to, I'll defend myself. But
Do you think you
unless
could
he
win
has
in a
like
fight with an
special
alien?
powers, I would win.
Do you think you'd win against an alien?
If he's 3 feet tall, probably. I would literally just like step on his midsection. He would be completely helpless.
His pouch.
What is he gonna do? What is he gonna do? Okay, I'd probably just start asking questions. I don't know. I would be like, okay, why are you here?
Sure.
Do you want to harm me? and then I'd be like, are you hungry? Do you eat? Like, what kind of food do you eat? Because you can't let a guest come into your home without offering
That's
them
what I was
a
gonna
food
say.
and beverage.
Come on.
Try to be hospitable.
Yeah,
to him.
right. So I'm like, he probably has, or
Love
she
that.
probably has some knowledge that I don't have. Clearly,
Right.
I mean, they know if aliens are real or not, not me.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I
True,
would
this
just start asking like theological questions, and then I would ask, do you know your Lord and Savior Jesus Christ?
The most important question.
I would be curious if Christianity exists for aliens, or any other, if they follow a different religion. I mean, people on Earth also follow different religions, but if they had religions unknown to this planet,
Aliens are strictly Buddhist.
it might be.
Aliens are strictly Jewish.
No, they're all Taoist internal alchemy.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, they do believe in aliens, so.
Yeah,
That's
I would just
great.
ask about the size of the universe, if you can see colors, like what are their senses like? I used to believe before I was a Christian that like we would go to different planets after death and like have a different 5 senses than we have right now.
And we'd restart life.
Kind of, yeah, like and we
That's
would
good.
just tour around the universe. That's not true. Jesus is resurrected, so we know what's true.
Yeah.
True.
But yep, yeah. I do think though when we get to heaven, like we'll probably experience different senses than we do right now, or additional senses.
Confirmed, yeah.
Anyway, that's what I do. I just ask them questions, and then I would take them around to see the world. I'd like take them to an aquarium.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I would like get all of our friends, and I'd be like, I'm gonna introduce you to some people.
That is so nice.
And then I'd be like,
that is making me so happy right now for some reason.
Oh,
I'm just
I
like
put my clothes
imagining
on
this
it.
tiny little guy, and we're like, "Hey, nice to meet you."
I would let him pick whatever he wanted out of my closet. I wear it.
Oh, he gets to dress himself.
Yeah, he could dress himself in my clothes.
And then he's got super baggy clothes and stuff.
That'd be so cute. Get a big blue T-shirt.
Can we get an egg?
And then I pick him up and I get a baby carrier and strap him to the front of me.
If you're out there, extraterrestrials, we want you here.
Dude,
Come to
you
my
gotta
house.
spawn our home at Goonland.
We're gonna take care of you.
Welcome to my house. We're gonna take it. What is the song?
Welcome to my house, baby.
Lose
Take
control
something to
now.
control.
Take it, control.
Yeah.
Control
Awesome.
your alien powers.
Do you have anything you want to say to the people, to the aliens, to anyone? You've already shouted them out once. Do you want to shout anyone out again? You know, this is your second time on the podcast. Congratulations! I believe
Yeah.
you are the first
Yeah.
repeat guest on the podcast.
Totally. That's
so
history right there.
That literally is
Nice.
nobody was watching history.
You know, proud to be here. I'm gonna not shout out my family this time. They already got enough attention.
Fair.
Shout out to Jenna's new car, Big Becky.
Big Beck.
I
I
also
did not
got
know
a
about
car.
this.
Oh, since the podcast, I didn't have a car when we had the podcast. Now I have a car. His name is Slim Jim. So we got
Slim
Slim
Jim.
Jim and Big Becky. And
Welcome.
Big Becky's coming home tonight. So welcome home, Big
That's hype.
Becky.
Big Becky.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Let's go.
Nice.
Big Becky. That's all.
Nice. Well, thank you so much for coming on again.
Mhm.
You know, we'll have to have some sort of facet of you coming on here again. But thank you so much, Taylor.
Yep. No problem. Thanks for having me.
Thank you. Give it up for
Always.
Taylor Smith.
Taylor
Woo!
Smith.
I'm bleeding.
Wow.
Yeah. I have a habit of chewing my nails,
Uh-huh.
and I just took one bite, and I cut myself, so I'm bleeding on air.
How's it doing right now?
It's pretty good. It's subsided. I've
Okay.
sucked the venom
Okay, I
out.
see. Okay.
That's okay.
What?
It's just a nitpicky thing for me. Taylor walked in front of the light.
Oh, okay.
And
I'm
it-
sorry,
and
my
it's-
phone ringer was on, and I didn't want it to go off again.
It's already happened. There's nothing to worry about. But yeah, I am bleeding and I'm fine.
Okay,
How are
good.
you doing?
I'm doing fantastic.
What's your
right now. This
mental?
is-
Your mental right now?
I'm having a lot of fun right now.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's great. I did notice something that I didn't think about.
What's up?
The laptop is dying slowly.
Oh, we're fine on that percentage.
Yeah, we are good now.
We're great.
We're great now, but I just see it. I did notice a drastic
Yeah.
switch from like 75 to like
Yeah.
we're probably sitting at like 40 right now.
Yeah.
But that's okay, you know.
Oh, yeah.
We're here. We're sitting at 56 minutes, which
Good.
doesn't even feel like we've
Good
been here
eyes.
for an hour,
No, not at all.
which is bonkers. But we've got a whole an other
Whole
section
slew.
of guests. Who do you want on, man?
Well, this person, as of recently, I think they've gathered a bunch of names, a different bunch of nicknames here. So, how do we feel about calling that person?
I don't know who it is. I think you should introduce.
Yeah,
him.
that's my plan. I just
Oh,
thought you'd
oh,
catch on right
oh,
there. So,
sorry.
this person, BK is her initials here.
BK Metcalf.
She's BK Metcalf is
You know,
on the
he
show.
dated DK Metcalf. He dated a girl that went to Central.
How long did that go on for? Do you know?
I don't think for too long
Okay.
because I think we would have known.
Yeah.
Like we would have seen
Could
him.
you have imagined if he showed up?
Yeah.
That would have been epic.
I know she lived in the apartment we lived in. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
But I think they're already broken up at that
Dang.
point.
Yeah, but
There
this
you go.
person here is new to the podcast. She works in the same sphere as all of us, the
That's true.
triad and such. Brenna King is her actual name, so why don't you come on the podcast?
Brenna Lorraine King, welcome to the show. Woo!
Hey.
Welcome in.
Welcome on.
Welcome in. Is Lorraine?
No,
What?
it's Nicole.
I was close.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah. How are you doing?
I'm doing good.
Welcome to the show.
Yeah.
Are you nervous?
A little bit.
Oh, she's
I
on
didn't
numbers.
realize it was me that
Yeah.
you were calling me up, so I was like, oh, it's one of the guys.
Oh yeah,
So then I was like, oh, relief. And then I was like, what nicknames do I have?
Bernard.
Bernard,
what have we
Burgess.
said?
I mean, it's just kind of anything.
That's what I'm saying.
that-
It's really new, so we don't have like set ones.
Bristol,
but for
you
sure.
know. That's
Yeah.
a town, right? Isn't it Bristol a town? In the UK. Bristol.
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 Sorry.
Bristol, Brighton,
Whoopsie.
and such.
This.
But nervous.
But
Nervous.
nervous. Do you
Just
want
a
to just
little
shake
bit.
the nerves
Yeah.
out right now?
This is good.
Gone.
Amazing. Gone.
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 It's
gone.
It worked.
It's gone.
Take two gone.
Take two gone.
Take two gone.
Yeah.
We're here, Brenna. This has been a long time coming. You were actually, when Deke and I first uttered and spoke this into existence, this podcast, you were one of the first people that had interest in being on,
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yes.
which is kind of fun and exciting that you finally made it on episode 10.
Yeah.
Who are you? How do you feel in that way?
Your aura.
What's your aura?
I think that's a new one. That's a new term we haven't used on the podcast yet.
I just think that this is, like, I'm normally, like, very loud and love to talk. So I think this is the quietest I've ever been at a social event for, like, the most period of time.
Yeah. Your voice is really deep right now for some strange reason.
Yeah.
What's going on?
I'm a little bit stuffy.
Oh.
I do have a sore throat.
Sick.
And Taylor did tell me that Brenna did have a sore throat earlier, and she did ride in my car.
Yes.
Oh,
yes, I did.
Crap.
Sounding a little bit more manly today.
That's okay.
We're rolling with it. You can go low, you can go
rolling
high.
with it.
You guys are...
Oh my goodness. Oh my Brenna King, it's so good to have you. No one has any idea.
This is great.
Yeah. It's great.
This is good. This is good. But who are you? Tell the nobodies, you know, who you are, what makes you tick.
Yes. My name is Brenna. I'm from a small town called Forks. I like sports and I love camping. I love to be outside.
Nice. Where's your favorite place to go camping?
Lake Crescent.
Okay.
I recently tried to take all of my friends there for spring break, but it was closed.
That's right.
And I didn't do research before.
You didn't do the diligence.
I didn't do the diligence because I never do the diligence.
That's
I just
bad.
expected it to be open. And my dad was like, it's not open. You can't go there.
Oh.
So then we went to a different place.
But that was really fun.
It was still fun.
That was really freaking fun. It was still fun. That was really fun.
I'm glad you had a great time.
You did not have a good time?
No, I had a great time. I just think that we would have all enjoyed Lake Crescent more because there's like this hike where you can go fishing, and I know that you love fishing.
I do.
And I just really love the lake, and it's so blue, and we could have like, it would have been
What?
I'm so sorry.
No, I'm just what?
I touched you, and you just went.
Just joking. It's a bit.
Oh my! I didn't even realize that.
I've
That's for you over there.
I've
It's
like
just a
never
bit.
touched you in my life. I don't think.
Oh my!
No, you didn't. I literally, when you and Taylor got back from San Diego, I was hugging Taylor, and Brenda's like, "I'm so happy to see you, Braxton." Yeah. And I go, "Oh, bring it in," and then we had a nice group hug. It was
We
cool.
did have a group hug. I didn't.
Yes,
remember that.
yeah. We're kind of. You're one of the triads. If you've listened to Taylor's
I
episode,
did listen to it.
You are one of the triads.
Yes.
The what do we call it?
Prankster tirade.
Prankster
tirade.
Yes.
Tirade.
Anxiety tirade.
Oh, that was it. But we're
Yes.
the prankster triad.
Mhm.
Yes. Yes. But yes.
Yes.
What were we talking about?
We're talking about camping.
We were talking about camping. I
Yeah.
want to talk about freaking camping, man.
Yeah.
Yes.
Favorite camping activities? What do you like to do when you're actually camping? Do you like
yes.
are you like the vibe, or you want to go actually explore and like make something happen?
I want to explore and make something happen.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm very much like the type, like, whenever I go on a vacation, I'm not the sit on the beach person. I, like, want to go do something. Because I'm like, oh, if we're in Hawaii, I have a beach in Washington that I can look at. Like, why am I not going to go experience the culture? And, like, that's how, like, I feel like when I'm camping is I'm like, I'm in this new place. Why won't I, like, go look at it?
That makes sense.
That's good. That's good, yeah. I mean, you're talking a little bit about culture. What have you ever camped in somewhere that is a separate culture than your own?
I camped in Hungary for a week.
Ooh.
Whoa.
So instead of staying, we camped in, like, little groups.
For a whole week?
Yeah, for a week.
Wow. What did that look like? Was that a big carnival tent, small tents, or are you like glamping?
It was like tents with like 2 or 3 people. So it was like it was like a leader, and then it was like 2 campers normally, and it was like a 2-person tent, so we were all like stacked on top of each other.
Yeah.
And you could have brought a pad, Matt.
But you didn't.
I did actually.
Oh.
I bought a pad to go on this trip because my roommate Talia, who's a glamper, convinced me that I was gonna need it. And it deflated the second day, and I never reflated it back. So I didn't need it.
I've done that before.
Moral of the
where I'm just too
story
lazy.
is, Talia, take that. Boom.
What? Is that the face you just made?
Yes. I didn't hear any noise, so. What?
I've just gotten used to silently laughing over there with Taylor.
Oh, I
That's good.
see.
That's valid. Yeah.
Maybe we switch and we just start miming and. you
Oh
know,
yeah.
And then I can dub this over and post.
Here, we can do a little. Okay, we need to get back to this.
Yep.
Yes, but Deacon, you had something you're about to say.
Did I?
Yeah.
I don't remember what it was, but I can think of something.
Yeah,
For sure.
for sure, for real, bro.
What are some of your like favorite facial expressions to make? You're kind of the king of having great reactions to things.
Oh. This is actually so funny. So I look like both of my parents, very much. Like I'm next to my dad, I look like my dad. I'm next to my mom, I look like my mom. So there's like a specific face that I do to look like my mom and a specific face I do to look like my dad. And my mom likes to go around her friends and be like, make your dad's face. And then I'll do my dad's face.
Can we see these on air?
Yes.
Okay,
So
go
here's
for the
my
dad.
mom's.
Go for the mom.
Yes, here's my mom's face. Because she like has like the 3 wrinkles right here
Okay.
on the top of her forehead. And this is my dad's face. Because he has like this like wrinkle right here. And
Ogre.
whenever he's thinking. And he also will go like this. When he's like trying to concentrate, he'll like poke his tongue.
Hungry or something?
I don't know. I don't know.
Are you hungry?
Are you hungry?
But like, my mom will like have that be like my party trick. I don't know. Like, you know, your parents will be like, "Oh, do something cool," and
Yeah.
I feel like that's what my mom does.
That's my family with me singing, but lately it's just been at funerals.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's
Anyway, what I was thinking is, I was just sidebarring quietly with Taylor in the middle. I'm a terrible host for this, but she believes she is the face making queen. And I agree, and so I kind of want to see a face off.
Here's the thing.
Sure.
Get right here real quick, and then you
let's
guys
do it.
can pick a face in your repertoire,
Those two
and
expressions
you can
are
show to the camera, and Deacon and I can judge. How does that sound?
Yeah,
Here's the
sounds
thing.
awesome.
I know specifically what face Taylor's gonna make, and it's gonna be the
yeah.
guy from
You guys-
Maze Runner.
You're gonna have to sit back. You're gonna have to sit back because
The
the lighting
shadows.
is really bad.
Okay.
This is a 4-person podcast. Okay.
This is also a full
This is
circle
a 4K
moment. Yeah,
camera.
Will Poulter.
Yeah. You guys are gonna have to hold this face.
I don't think that I can make as good as a face as you, honestly.
But hey,
That's
don't
because you
deprecate.
can't.
Oh!
Wow.
Oh! Violence. All right. You got your faces?
No.
Okay. Well, think of a face. Stop looking at her and think of a face.
3,
2,
2,
1, go.
Now.
I'm sorry.
Oh, they're joyful in expression. They're both happy.
They're both happy for some strange reason.
think.
We can't have that on the
Didn't
show.
make the same face
This
twice.
is a Will Poulter.
Okay, we got the Will Poulter.
We got the
Obviously,
Will
that's a
Poulter.
classic.
She's
What do you
still
got, Brenna?
laughing.
I just can't.
I think.
Taylor's just one of my favorite people, so it's so hard to say.
Oh,
But she's like,
this is sweet.
I feel like
Let's
the
see
face
your
I
face,
was
Brenna.
making
Let's do it.
earlier was just like trying to mimic Taylor.
That's your mom. Wait. Oh, sorry.
You have a way better face than me. It's okay.
We could try one more.
Yeah, do
I
one
got
more.
my other face.
Taylor's up 1. Brenna,
yeah.
I
Brenna
have
0.
my face.
Okay.
Ready? 3, 2, 1, go.
Peekaboo.
Oh, shoot. This one's a difficult one. Because Brenna does look like that fish, that like gelatin fish.
Blobfish.
my
The
face
blobfish.
too.
I know it's yours. That's why I took it.
This is my face, okay? And Brennan
I just knew that you weren't gonna do it because you had makeup on.
Whoa.
Oh, if we're counting
I'll
that
do
one,
it.
that's a win.
I think it's a complete tie, and I'm afraid. So
Wait, what about with the tongue?
I think that's all we have time for the face-off.
Wow.
That's
that
a great
was-
segment.
that was
Thank you,
amazing.
Taylor, for being on.
Thank you, Taylor.
That's great. Wow, that was something that we should never do again. That was mortifying.
I don't want to watch that one.
I'm terrible.
You've been asking for the visual components, and we gave it to you.
Has anyone actually been asking?
I don't think so. I'm just saying that.
I think it's just been us.
Yeah.
But that's good. Well, that's great. You are good at faces and stuff. But I got a question for you. What's your deepest, darkest secret?
This is good. If that's the first
Nah,
thing that popped
don't
up,
answer
no.
that.
I'm
But-
left-handed. Yeah,
There it is.
you heard it here, guys.
There it is. Nobody's watching, bringing you the deepest and hottest scoops in all the land. Boom.
Man.
I do believe you have a question for us, though.
Yes,
And a few, if possible.
honestly I knew I was gonna forget them. So
Coming prepared.
yes, if you could go back in time and relive one event, what would it be?
I got 2.
I also have 2, so I'll share both.
Yeah. One of them. I think I've told the story about where I called the kid an orphan on the podcast, right? Yeah. Joseph Offenauer. So essentially, there's a kid at after school care. He was barking at me. Not actually, but we were getting an argument, and I was fed up with it. And I go, "Oh yeah, at least I'm not an orphan," in which he was from China. And this is like probably first grade. His parents were both teachers at the school, and they just basically chewed me out until my mom got home from Seattle. So that was another hour. But that happened. So I would go back in time, and I would stop myself from calling him an orphan, and I would call him like a stupid dummy or something like that instead.
That's very noble.
Yeah. It's very noble. It just kind of connected the Nolebness.
The
of
Knowles.
it. Yeah, the Knowles. I do say Knoll a lot, Nolan. I just go around and say Knoll. But I believe a Knoll is an animal as well, but it's spelled with a D.
Oh, okay, interesting.
A knoll or a knoll?
I don't know. Anyway, the second one being have I told my high school streak story?
You have not.
I think we'll have to save that for another time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I love that story.
I love
Those are
that
mine.
story too.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah. I like that idea of like correcting something. I think I would probably go back to the time, like probably when I decided that I didn't want to play baseball for those couple of years with my dad, because I think this, like, having my experience where I'm at now, I realized that what he was doing was out of love, even if it was a little harsh sometimes. It was a good harsh love, and I was very just like willing to push back and not realize that he wanted the best for me. Not that I would be like, oh man, I'm going back and I'm going to be in the MLB after that or anything, but to just like be able to like thank my dad in that moment instead of just being so like harsh to turn it, because like this is something that still like brings my dad and I together. So I think about that from time to time. So I would like to go back in that moment, even if I was still like, hey dad, I don't want to do this for a little bit. I could have handled it better instead of just being apathetic, because obviously I was still pretty young, so I'm not going to remember the whole thing. I just kind of remember me deciding not to want to do that. So I would choose that for one of the moments to handle it differently. And then as for a second one, I would say, that's not really a moment. Okay, actually, yeah, I'll do it, because this is like during the first week, maybe when we all first met each other again in college. Because do I have the knowledge, or am I just going back to that moment, or do I have the knowledge?
You have the knowledge.
Oh, then 100%. Yeah, I would
yes.
go back to like the first week of like when we met. I don't know what moment, but maybe
I would go like week 3, because that's when we like were
that's when
comfortable
we
around
clicked.
each other.
Yeah. Or maybe I actually go back to the moment where you were like, this is like who I'm going to be living with, so that I can be like, hey, we've actually lived together for it's going to be 2 years, over 2 years, and then I just dip out again. It would be kind of funny.
That would be really freaking fun.
Just to probably go. I mean, these are the best friends I've ever had. So to go back and be like, it's a crazy life change. A lot's happened in 3 years. So meeting the Goons originally. I think those are, without thinking too hard, they're 2 pivotal memories. So
Yeah, totally. That's good. Brenna, do you have one?
Yes. Mine's a little bit more depressing, but when I was 10, my grandma died, and there was like a moment where I had a chance to say goodbye, and like my mom like didn't like downplayed it. Like she was like, "Oh, she's just in the hospital, like we'll go see her." She like asked me to make a decision in the morning. I was 10. So
okay.
I was playing softball, and softball was like my favorite thing to do. And my grandma would always come to my tournaments. So it was like my mom was like, skip the second day of the softball tournament to go see your grandma. And I was like, oh, we can go see grandma afterwards. Because like I didn't understand the concept of death. But she died while I was playing my first game there. Because my mom wasn't like, oh no, like we should go say goodbye. So then I'm the reason my mom didn't get to say goodbye. Well, I'm not the well, I don't know. We just didn't get to say goodbye to my grandma
crap.
because I wanted to play softball.
That's pretty deep.
It's just a moment that I like really wish that I would have understood the concept of death, or that my mom would have just been like,
Yeah.
nope, she's dying. Like, you don't get to make the decision as a 10-year-old.
That is sad.
that is.
Yes.
Thanks for sharing.
Thank you for sharing.
My other question, though, is what's a compliment that you wish you received more?
I got one. Here at Goon Productions, we do a lot of different facets of entertainment and things, and not because it's like a bad thing or but I tend to find myself in the commanding officer role a lot, of kind of coordinating a lot of things, and sometimes I feel like I don't get the recognition of that, but it's also okay. I'm not like writhing in anger, like I don't close the door, but a simple, hey, you you did this, good job, kind of thing.
I can't really think of any. I can't really think of any compliments right now. I might have to get back to. I might have to mull that over. Yeah.
I'm trying to think for you right now. I'm trying to think of things that you would like to be complimented on.
Yeah, I can't really think. Because I'm a big words of Af guy, but
so it's got to be something pretty big.
No, I like really small stuff too.
Oh.
Just like I like being assured like that I'm doing stuff right, I guess, or that I'm cool. I don't know. So just like really like normal things. Yeah.
Sweet. Yeah. Would it be like nice if like someone would like lift you up on like oh, I just watched this movie, good job, or is that not in the category?
The what?
Like if you watched a movie and someone said good job.
No, that would probably be condescending to me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So
Good.
yeah. Just small pick-me-ups every
Nice.
once in a while. Just like, hey, you know what? I really love being your friend. Or, or you look, I don't know, you look cool in that, I like your outfit today or something. I don't know. So, small stuff.
Nice. We like that.
Yeah.
We like that. Cool. Brenna, did you have any other things to ask us, or?
Yeah, I did actually have one more that I'm pretty excited. If you guys could play a role in a movie, who would it be? Because I feel like this is right up your guys' alley.
I know what Deacon would play.
Or like, if you think you'd be like the sidekick, or like a specific character, or like the main character, Like,
are you familiar with the movie? I believe it's called Quasimodo.
I am familiar with that.
It's pretty underground, but it's got it's just a star-studded cast of characters. No, I'm just joking. That's our movie. Deacon, would you play Spider-Man?
Yeah, I'd play Peter Parker Spider-Man.
Which version? Toby, Andrew,
My own.
or Tom? Oh,
Yeah. I gotta start my
or Lotus.
Honestly, if I had to save that movie, I would, because I want to see it. A lot of people worked hard on that, so
Yeah, it's true.
I do want to see that come to
Hashtag bring
fruition.
Lotus back.
It doesn't rectify the bad stuff, but
It's true.
people should be forgiven.
It's true.
Everyone deserves a second chance. So
Amen, brother. Amen. I always thought it'd be pretty cool to be like Indiana Jones.
oh, that'd be fun.
You get the looks, you get the girl, and then you got the sweet moves of like throwing a whip, and then how does that whip just instantly come back to you at a whim, And I mean, I just think of the scene. I think it'd be so cool if someone took out a sword and was swinging it around at me and stuff, and I go, bring a sword to a gunfight.
It's very on brand for both of you.
Yeah. What about you, Bernard?
I would love
Would you
to
play Bernard in Spider-Man?
For Spider-Man 3,
No.
Oh, okay.
that was a very hard no.
I feel like I would love to play like Fat Amy.
You mean Fat Patricia?
Fat Patricia, or like there's no Amy Schumer and I Feel Pretty. It's also so funny.
Let's go.
I just like probably like the uncomfortable funny girl who's just like uncomfortable all the time, just like to the point of like that's kind of weird to watch.
Sure.
Okay.
What do you think of Amy Schumer's career?
I just think that she's hilarious.
Oh, that's nice.
Let's
She
go.
would probably love to hear that.
I
She
don't know.
might. She
I feel
kind of
like
gets constantly barraged. It's
Yes,
not funny.
She
at all.
appears anywhere and they go, "Gosh, why is she out here, man?" It's like Iggy. People see Iggy and they go, "Iggy, get out of here!" Shout out Iggy Azalea. Do that.
Yeah.
I just think that sometimes people are just only known as being funny. So like I just think Amy Schumer is way more than that.
Wow.
I would
That was
love
deep.
to hang out with Amy Schumer though. Just like
You should tweet this clip when we make our Nobody's Watching Clips channel.
Add
you can-
Schumer.
You can add
I love
Schumer.
Schumer.
You can act the Schumer.
Amy Schumer, I want to be your best friend.
Amy Schumer.
Schumer.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, Brenna, is there anyone you wanna shout out here?
You know, I'm gonna pull a Nolan and shout out to my roommates and our new dog, Junebug.
June.
You're adorable, and even when you poop on the floor, I still love you.
Oh,
Which happens quite often right now.
Why?
that
Tana.
sucks.
It's not Tana's fault.
It's her dog though. She's the
But-
master of
But
that
it's
beast.
like, it just is like, here's the puppy pad for reference, and she'll poop like right there. Like literally like 2 centimeters from the puppy pad.
She just got bad
probably
aim.
gets nervous.
Yeah, she just got bad aim.
You gotta
She's
help
working
her out.
on it.
She got bad aim.
Redirect her.
It's
Have you
like-
ever tried to pick her up mid poo?
Yeah, we actually have done that quite often.
Yeah.
And then we'll like turn her upside down, and then Katie will like scream, "No, no, 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 no! Open the door!" And then she's like pooping. It's quite funny.
That is so gross because it can like fall. Never.
You asked.
gosh.
It happens
It's
like
true.
once a day.
Oh man, dude.
Yeah.
Wow. Brenna, thanks for being on the podcast. We'll have to
Yeah.
do this again
Thanks for
sometime.
That was
having me.
fantastic.
Yeah,
You
ladies and gentlemen,
can't
give it up for Brenna King. Woo! Wow, that was good. We touched on multiple different tones of seriousness.
definitely-
and silly.
I think we're the kings of that. We are the kings.
We're the kings of kaleidoscope.
Yeah, we are. There's a lot of king references on this one.
There is a lot of kings out here.
So
Speaking of kings, we're doing a great job. You look great. You're wonderful. You're
Thank
a great
you.
co-host.
I love you. Thank you. For,
You know, this being the 10th anniversary, you know, I'd like to shout out my co-host here. He puts in the hard work. He edits every single podcast, even though how much crap I give him about editing them. They're always kind of relatively in the same time sphere, and you know what? It's better than me having to do it, you know? And so he works so hard. He put up the camera that you guys are seeing through right now, the lights, everything, you know, and he put this whole production on together. He got all these guests here, and, you know, let's just give a round of applause for Deacon, you know?
Oh, thank you. I want to give a shout out to my Zenob over here.
No.
Oh, he's walking.
I'm
I
back.
pissed him off now.
I'm back.
So the first guest to walk is our co-host.
That would suck. That'd be really good.
No, I want to give a shout out to Braxton because when we were drafting these ideas in the Starbucks parking lot, not technically parking lot, in the underbridge.
Yeah.
You had the great idea to just bring all of our friends, and I was thinking something just more like personal between the two of us, and but I think this is even better because now we get to involve everyone with all of this, and we get to talk about the same things so I think your development there and just spearheading that what the show's all about, and that we're blessed to have a great fan base of friends and family that are able to join in on this, so just very thankful to have this experience, and that's because your beautiful brain came up with it, so praise God for that.
Praise God.
We're just keeping on rolling and
Rolling like Nolan.
rolling.
Rolling like Nolan, yeah. Speaking of Nolan, I'm just joking. We bring him
He's
back.
back!
Nolan's back.
But yeah.
Yeah. I mean, this person has been patiently waiting, and he has asked us multiple times, when can I be on? When's my time slot? And you know what? I think now is his time slot.
It's time.
I think it's time to summon him. Ladies and gentlemen, he's been on the podcast. It was episode 2, right? 4? I'm a great host. Episode 4 of the podcast. He's a lover of Batman, of Spider-Man, of all things film, video game, and novelistic ideas. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the podcast, Alexander Walsh.
Baby!
Walsh, baby! Woo! He just hit that.
He just hit the peas.
Dude,
Good to be back.
welcome on the podcast. You are a second
Good to be
recurring
back.
guest. You just broke history as the second one.
Yep.
4 of our male guests have had gray shorts on today. It's very much the
It's true. Are
vibe.
you a shorts champion?
No, but this is champion.
Okay,
So
we
4
all
of us-
representing some
This
facet
is
of
also
champion
champion.
right now.
New York something, I don't know. New York.
New York. Speaking of New
Yeah.
York, would you consider it a concrete jungle like the people say it is? And is it where dreams are made of?
Good question. I wouldn't call it a concrete jungle, but I would say there's a lot of craziness in New York, and I would say, yeah, dreams are made in New York.
Wow.
There's a lot of
okay.
rich people who live there. So.
Do you have a dream that you wish would be made in New York?
Yeah, if I had a penthouse there, that'd be nice.
Okay.
That'd
That's
be
a
nice.
dream.
Would you want to police in those streets?
No.
Okay.
I wouldn't want to.
You would definitely have a lot of hours and a lot
Yeah,
of
I
action.
don't, yeah, you'd see Electro going through.
Oh,
okay.
that
Wouldn't be good.
takes me back to sophomore year of high school. I went with my choir to sing at Carnegie Hall. and we were in Times Square, and I was looking at the staircase, and then I was at that Times Square-ish area, with all the screens and stuff, and I looked at my friend Bella Staley. Shout out Bella Staley. I haven't talked to you in about 3 years, but you know what? That's great. You're killing the game and doing whatever you're doing. But I turned to my friend Bella and I go, "I'm Spider-Man." And it was a really funny moment. And she goes, "If you're Spider-Man, then I'm Electro because I hate you."
Oh, dude, that
and that was great.
good.
Or something like that. I can't really remember.
It's hilarious.
Yeah,
It's
good
so
friend.
funny.
Good friend. Yeah, welcome back. People already know who you are.
Yeah, they do.
They do.
That's true.
Yeah.
So what's new in your guys' life?
Oh, interesting.
I want to ask some questions.
Oh, okay. What is new? What is popping?
I mean, we moved in with you,
Yeah.
which has been pretty fantastic. Last night was really nice. We all just sit around the kitchen, and it was a beautiful moment.
Yeah.
We was just hanging out. It was great.
Yeah. We planned a secret trip. So.
We did plan a secret trip.
TBD.
I was last night I was brainstorming if we could do some sort of podcast on the trip, which would be kind of cool.
Yeah.
With all the roommates, that'd be nice.
Yeah, that'd be a really good roommate
awesome.
episode if we were there. Yeah. Marcus is giving the thumbs and the nod. Oh, God
Yes.
bless Marcus. He's just so good over there. Yeah, Benny too. He's looking great over there. Nice.
So
but
good.
enough about those guys. But what is new? We're shredded hate.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Shredded. Wait, what? Wait,
I'm gonna try that again.
Say that.
Who's got it?
We've been doing a lot of things, and we're working on our new movie. The First Man. What is it? Looking Glass. Yes, First Man, Looking Glass. And it's really, really exciting. Production's on the way. You've seen a couple of clips from it.
Yeah.
And it's just barreling towards us, and I'm really excited for it to be done because we have all the other projects announced.
Yeah.
We got Marcus's restaurant robbery movie coming out. That's really exciting.
Yeah.
We got the possible third installment of First Man. We've got maybe we announce the one right now. Should we announce one right now?
Yeah, let's
You
do
should
it.
announce the singing one.
Oh, let's do it.
The musical. Do it. Announce it.
So there's going to be a movie. It's kind of striking back to the roots of our Goon Productions, and it's going to be called...
Oh, Call of the Bohemian Barbarians.
This is going to be a musical of sorts, with an epic hero's journey, and it's gonna have our classic humor. It's gonna have some beautiful sets and vistas, and I think it's gonna be a great combination of our more expert film crafting with our roots of
like
comedic timing.
lackadaisical
Yeah.
comedicness about the movie. Yeah.
So that is my most eagerly anticipated media project. That's a good question you like to ask us all the time, is what we're most anticipating, and I think that is my most anticipated project, and it's something that we're making.
Yeah. I
So,
couldn't have said it better.
yeah.
The only thing I'd add on to that is that it's a musical, so you're gonna see us out here singing in our real voices, in our actual personas, singing, and it's gonna be great.
You're gonna have to dub over me. You're gonna have to dub.
No, yeah, and we're gonna be singing a lot of
Earmuffs,
classic
earmuffs.
tunes. It's gonna be great.
Yeah.
And it's gonna have some dope set pieces. So if you're interested and you're in the Ellensburg area and you want to be a part of that movie, slide up.
Yeah.
Slide up.
Slide up on the vid.
Slide up on the story. But yeah, we're just working on movies. That's what's new with me.
Yeah, I love movies. I am pretty excited for the new Avatar movie that's coming out.
Yep.
They're actually re-releasing the first one, so I'm going to go back to
Are
Chicago
they?
and watch an IMAX.
Wait, this
So I'll
weekend?
be doing that. I don't know when they're re-releasing it, but I think it's this
Oh, that'd
month.
be fun.
We should go
So
do
I
that.
want to
be
go
fun.
watch an IMAX in Chicago.
Because
That's
that
what I wanna
will be the
do.
first time I've rewatched it since
Yeah.
it came out in theaters the first time. So
Same. And I fell asleep in the
No.
first
I've like
viewing.
seen it on TV,
That's
but I've never
bad.
been like, let's watch Avatar.
I bought that sucker right when it came out, so amazing movie.
Do you think it's all it's cracked up to be?
Yes, I do. There was a reason that it was the #1 box office movie for about 15 years or 10 years, whatever it was. It was
What
untouched.
took it? What took
Endgame.
it?
Endgame.
Endgame.
Barely by like a few million.
I mean, Endgame is good.
Yeah. But think about how many movies had to build up to Endgame to beat one movie Avatar.
I don't know. No Way Home did it pretty fast too. You know, they're climbing up there. Top Gun got pretty quick. Didn't Top Gun just take the cake?
I don't think so.
No, I
I
think
think it took the cake for Tom Cruise movies, but I don't think it took the cake for
right.
that movie. But, yeah.
Infinity War. It took the cake.
Top Gun took Infinity War.
Oh, it took Infinity War out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Thank you, Marcus.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and just so Avatar still is the highest grossing movie ever.
Oh, it still is.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, so it re-released after Endgame in like a theater somewhere.
Oh, come
Oh,
on.
boo.
James Cameron.
so
James
dumb.
Cameron. Oh,
That
God.
actually-
I will admit, I liked the movie, but that was kind of a good movie by James
That
Cameron.
is wild.
Nope, and now it can't be played in the Portals coffee house.
Marcus said scrotum and blah, blah, blah.
And you did say the butt word.
Oh, shoot. That's all right.
We tried.
You can
We
play
tried. We're
Taylor-
getting better. We're getting better.
You can play Taylor's episode and you can play Deacon and I's
If
episode.
you edit, you can edit it out to like bleep, like do a
Yeah,
bleep.
we'll
Bleep
bleep
it. Bleep it.
The bleep it still gets flagged.
What?
What?
Come
No.
on, YouTube.
Oh,
Yeah, we put them on YouTube and we put them on
The bleep will
Spotify.
still get flagged.
Yo.
That just shows how many Bennies have watched.
Yeah.
Yeah. Benny's a big supporter of the Nobody Watching fan
No,
base.
did you monetize it?
I don't know. Deacon's kind of in
If you
charge of
haven't
that.
monetized, then you're chilling. But
Yeah, we're not monetized.
Okay,
We
I
don't
got
make
I got another question for you guys. What's a movie you guys liked when you were little kids, but you watch it now, you're like, oh, this is garbage?
any. None,
Do I
because they're
have
still
that?
golden.
Yeah. I don't really
You
have.
only watch good
I,
movies.
Well, I have one.
Okay. Yeah,
Um,
what's yours?
Shark Boy, and Lava Girl. I watch that now. I'm like, this is a disaster of a film. Or Spy Kids. That was also bad.
It's just the same movies, basically.
Yeah. So that's mine.
Okay.
You can't convince me that's a quality movie for adults.
Okay, Spy Kids 2 did have some pretty intense lines. Some good lines.
Yeah.
Like Steve Buscemi saying, "Do you think God too hides in heaven because he is afraid of what he created?"
That's a banger.
That is a massive line to drop in a kids
Kids
movie.
movie,
Granted,
that's a great
about
one.
spies and
It's gonna
lizards.
go over their heads
Totally.
probably.
Hey man,
Yeah.
that'll get somebody thinking.
I don't know.
Okay, I got one. You guys ever heard of Dougal?
Wait.
Do you guys know this movie?
Just so you nobody's know I died.
Does anybody know what movie I'm talking
I
about?
don't know. I
Okay.
don't know what this do.
Well,
this thing is
honestly, I only remember the cover and what the animation looked like and what the main character is. He's this very furry, brown-haired dog, and the movie has a 6% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh.
That Dougal. Yep, I see it.
Oh.
I'm gonna say that one right now.
I don't want to watch it.
Dougal.
Can't even tell you what it's about, but I know that if I rewatched it, I definitely wouldn't like it.
Dougal. I got one. I got two actually. One's a real answer and one's also a real answer. You guys ever heard of The Last Mimsy?
Oh, gosh.
Oh, yeah.
Only from you. I don't even know what it is.
Well, The Last Mimsy, I actually got that from Benny.
Oh, okay.
It actually originated here.
Oh, okay. Fired!
It's fairly far. We can talk
Fired.
about the memes on this.
Jesus,
But
fire.
I've never seen it. I just wanted to say Last Mimsy.
Oh, okay.
But actually, I think it's called Fugle or Fugly or... No, it's the movie about the colored rock. We've talked about this.
The colored rock.
The color, the rainbow rock that the kid finds. Fugly. No, literally, it's something of that nature. Marcus, help. Fugly. Fugle.
Fugly rock.
The kid who gets the rainbow rock that has magical powers, and it like goes around from the kid to his mom to his dad.
The telephone ears thing.
Maybe.
Hold on.
Fugle. This is bad hosting. We're talking to the behind audience more than we're talking to our guests.
We're breaking the wall.
We're breaking
We are.
the walls down.
Breaking the fourth
I'm
wall.
the Wrecking Crew. Speaking of the Wrecking Crew, are they going to be in She-Hulk?
I don't know.
Do you
I
know
need
the
to
Wrecking
watch
Crew?
She-Hulk.
You
I
know the
haven't
Wrecking
either.
Crew?
I haven't.
No, it's on my head.
They're pretty smaller. Like they're like a shocker. Or
Oh, okay.
is that the yellow Spider-Man villain name? Shocker.
Yeah, Shocker.
Yeah, Shocker. They're a Shocker level villain for I think for Hulk because they're
Okay,
all
cool.
strong. Yeah. Anyway, you were saying, Marcus?
I'm just looking it up right now. I cannot find it.
Same. It's called the movie's called Shorts.
Shorts.
Oh, Shorts.
Shorts, not food. The kid's name is Loogie. The kid's name is Loogie. That's why I remember it.
Interesting.
The kid's name is Loogie, and it's called Shorts. Just so you guys know. And that is a terrible movie.
But you liked it when you were a kid.
No.
Oh, you didn't like it when you were a kid?
No, I despised it. I was all hype and no delivery.
Oh, man.
Oh,
Yeah.
yep.
It's a good question.
Mm-hmm.
So what's new with the Walsh over here?
Yeah.
What's new with the walls?
Besides this clean
Yeah,
shave.
it's clean shaven.
Yeah,
very
shaved
good.
today. Shaved today.
Looks great.
What's new with me? Good question. Nothing really. I mean, I've been going home a lot, which has been nice. Been seeing my family a lot. Been seeing my girl Taya a lot. Shout out to you.
My
Shout
brother
out
Taylor. Shout out to you.
And what else? Hanging with these guys. That's new. You guys are my roommates.
Straight vibing.
Yeah,
So, yeah.
it's great. Is there anyone else aside from Tay you want to shout out right now?
I'll shout out Max. I don't know if you'll watch this, but if you do, shout out Max. Love you.
You send him the videos?
No, but I will.
You
Nice.
will now.
I'll start.
Shout out Max.
Well, say what's a wholesome memory that you have with you and your brother?
Oh, I have too many. That's hard. Let me think.
First one to
Okay.
come to mind. Go.
Yeah.
Okay, I have one. So I think I was around 6 and he was 5 because we're 18 months apart. And Max always tells a story because it pisses him off. But we were in Canada. I think we were in Kelowna, which is a city in Canada. And I was at the top of the stairs and Max was crawling. I mean, he could walk, but he was crawling. And I just pushed him down. And he went all the way down to the bottom of the stairs. And he got up and pointed at me and said no. This is when he could barely talk. He pointed at me and said no. And he yelled no. And my dad and my mom just started laughing. I'm like, oh, that's a good memory. I pushed him down the stage and,
I mean, he was
he's
defiant.
happy.
He was
Yeah.
defiant.
A little mad, but it's okay. He's a little English.
Mm.
It's okay. That was my favorite memory.
I have one question for you before your segment is kind of segmented.
What is it?
Do you think if we went over there and took care of our enemies, do you think we would too would be free?
This is a good question.
Wait, so we stayed the
Thanks for coming on, Alex. It's been such a pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, give it for Alex Walsh.
bad question.
Don't forget your phone. It's fallen. Amazing. Thank you. I thought that last question was pretty good.
I love that question.
I know you like it.
I can't wait for Owen to finally understand that too. He's very close.
He's very close.
Very close.
I think can't wait for all to understand. Yeah. We got 2 guests left.
We do.
It's kind of the flip of the coin of
Yeah.
who you want on. I kind of introduced the Walsh, so
Yeah. So at this moment, we have a 5-tooled athlete. We have an original founding goon member.
we do.
We have a very tall and lengthy in terms of stature.
On-
And
On record, I have claimed that he is the best athlete I've ever known.
yeah. And at this moment, I would like to welcome to the judge's seat Benny Williams.
Boom, Benny Williams. Woo! Here we go.
Wow. Hello, everyone.
How's it going?
Welcome to the podcast.
Glad to be here. Thanks for having me.
This actually isn't your first time because in our first episode,
Yep.
you popped your head in and you said you were like, "Hey, good podcast" or something like that, and that was really funny.
I walked in. I'm like, I hear voices, but doors are closed. And I was just, let me go investigate
Let me
really
just-
quick.
let me just
peek
take
in,
a
and they
peek.
got this mic on the ground. They're sitting in this little 2-person circle.
It's true.
It was funny. It was good.
You should have seen
Good
our
moment.
last episode before this one. Deacon and I were just laying on the ground holding the mics like this, and we were so unenthused because I was just like, "Yo, Deke, do you want to do a podcast real quick? Because we haven't recorded one in a minute." And he's like, "Yeah, sure, why not?" And we just start. I don't even know what we talked about.
We're just zoning.
It felt like a fever dream,
Random
man.
stuff. But yeah.
But it's good.
Yeah. How does it feel to be on the podcast officially, seeing the new setup and the new digs and everything?
It's good. I'll be honest. I wasn't expecting the camera, so
Yeah.
I didn't wear anything special. Didn't do my hair.
You're
That's
ripping.
okay. You
But-
look good.
Appreciate it.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You look great. Yeah. Okay. I've been saving this question for you, and I've been saving it since lunch today
Oh, okay.
at work. Today we got into the topic of aliens. Taylor kind of alluded to it when she was on here a moment ago. But we got on the topic of aliens, and a good friend of ours stated that if aliens were real, I would have a hard time believing in the gospel. I want to know your stance. If aliens present, like not what the government's shown us, because they've showed us the UFO evidence,
Yeah.
but now they changed the name to what is it, UAP?
It's something that's just like they're trying to shift the direction so it's not like they're acknowledging it but not at the same time. It's like
Yeah.
let's not, put it in those terms.
I think they're just trying to cover it up again in a weird way, which is really stupid because we'll get them again.
Yeah.
But there's a mix of signs if it was valid, if the gospel would still be valid. For those of you who don't know the gospel, essentially God loved the world so much that he created the world, and he loved us so much, but we sinned against him, and basically he loved us even harder at that moment on, and he gave us his son Jesus, and he sacrificed himself, and it's through his blood he washed away our sins so we could live in eternity with him. Yeah, and he rose on the third day. I always forget that part.
He rose again.
He did rise again.
Definitely resurrected.
That showed that
that
he
is
could
a
be
very
dead.
key.
Yeah.
It's very key.
Yes.
I'll be honest. The question confuses me. If does the gospel potentially save aliens?
It's kind of a matter of all things.
Yeah.
So sure. If that's what makes most sense to you, then that yes.
I'll be honest. I live in the aliens don't exist camp. That's
Whoa.
kind of where I hang out. I just,
Yeah.
science hasn't proven any of that yet. We got some funny videos,
You got some good
but
pictures.
I'm still over there.
Sure, respect.
I'm also in the camp that this might be controversial. Pets and animals don't go to heaven.
I agree.
That's just not supported by the Bible. And are aliens pets? Good question. I don't know. What I do know is that
Slavery.
Christ died for mankind, who also happened to be made in God's image, which I think has a lot to do with our ability to, go to heaven and possess that eternal life. So, yeah, I don't think aliens
You don't think it would?
were made in God's image. If they were made, and if they were, then they'd be human.
Humanoid somewhere.
So, I'll go with no. I just, I don't see that in the Bible. And also, everything that we need to know about soteriology and all that is in the Bible. So when we start pulling from other manuscripts, which I feel like we would have to do to find support for that,
Sure.
then we get in pretty big trouble. We can go into some false doctrines and stuff
true.
like that. So, as far as scriptural support, can aliens go to heaven? I haven't found any. I've never heard
Keep
anybody
looking,
teaching
it's in
that.
there.
Yeah.
No, I'm just joking.
If that's what gets you to read your Bible, then go for it.
And keep looking, man. Keep looking. Yes. Well, follow a kind of an attachment to that question. So the hypothetical: if aliens did present themselves, would you? Because this was the topic of discussion. This person was like, if aliens did exist, then I would not believe in the gospel. Would you still believe in the gospel if an alien, the screen changed right here on my laptop and it was an alien? He's like, my name is Zeptos. I am going to, come down and I'm going to hang out with you guys for a bit. Take me to your leader kind of thing. Would you still believe in Jesus Christ and God and all that jazz?
Absolutely.
Boom.
If an alien came down on Earth, that wouldn't change what Jesus came on Earth to accomplish.
Yeah,
Boom, that's
it's
all you
it's
gotta
literally,
say.
It's literally a historical event. So the only way that, and Paul is pretty adamant about this too, that his preaching is in vain if Jesus didn't rise from the dead. So it hinges on something that God literally came into a specific time in history and lived as a human being.
Yeah.
It even if that happens, you can't disprove it because it's it would give me some things to think about, but it's rooted in history first and foremost. So it doesn't he would have to show up and show that Jesus was dead and show me a body, because then that's actually I would be like, whoa, this changes things. But that's my take on it.
That's good. It's good.
Yeah.
So tell us about your other interests here.
Yeah, sorry, I totally went straight to the alien. I've been waiting all day to
No,
ask
that's
you
a
this
good-
question
good-
because I
good
knew you'd have a
question.
really epic answer.
Interests right now, still playing the guitar.
Oh, yep.
I'm recently, past couple of weeks, yard sailing, reselling on eBay.
Okay. Whoa.
Yeah.
What in particular?
I've found a bunch of like vintage glasses. So I have a Captain Kirk 1976 glass.
that is
like
epic.
cup. I thought you meant like spectacles.
No, not like glasses.
Nice.
Like drinking
Sam
glasses and
Nice.
Woody Woodpecker.
Whoa.
So yeah, it's pretty cool stuff like that, or music scene. So cassette tapes.
Nice.
That's pretty. I feel like that's newer in the we'll say vintage market because cassette tapes weren't that long ago.
Yeah.
Like vinyls, people always go to vinyls as vintage music gear, but people don't know that cassette tapes exist anymore.
Yeah.
Like you talk to kids on the street, they never heard of this cassette tape
Totally.
stuff. So sold that Journey Greatest Hits cassette tape yesterday.
Wow.
I'll be honest, the one I'm looking for is a Kate Bush.
Yeah.
Oh, that could be good money now.
Those are they're selling for a pretty penny on eBay. So
Yeah, dude.
I hang out in the cassette tape section looking for one of those.
Dude,
That's
actually
really cool.
epic. Here in Ellensburg?
That's awesome.
Yeah, Goodwill. It's sad
Nice.
because their book person, who also handles cassette tapes, is out right now. So I pop in every once in a while to see if they're back yet, but
Damn.
haven't showed yet.
That's actually really cool. Wow. You're kind of turning into the Noah Gillespie of just kind of
Yeah.
selling stuff.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of reselling clothes.
Sure.
I did sell a Star Wars shirt. That was
Oh.
pretty cool.
Dude.
I keep an eye on the clothing market, but I just don't know that much about it.
Yeah,
So,
fair enough.
What are you using to sell all this?
eBay and OfferUp.
Nice. OfferUp's really good.
Yeah.
Have you tried Facebook Marketplace? That's kind of for bigger items, but
Yeah, if I had furniture and whatnot like that, I'd probably go there.
Mhm. Nice.
Yeah,
That's good.
but haven't had a real reason. Most of my stuff is shipping. I ship it away,
Mm.
so eBay is kind of better for
Do
that.
they pay for shipping or do you?
Yeah, buyer pays all shipping.
Nice. That's right. Sealing the deal there.
Yeah.
That's good.
So I'm becoming a regular down at the USPS.
Nice.
Nice.
They know you by name now. They
Not
ask
not
you what
quite,
you're-
but
Nice.
What's it gonna take for you to get on that next level? Are you gonna initiate it, or are they gonna be like, "All right, what's your deal, dude? You keep coming here like 3 times a week."
I'll probably wait. I'll wait for them to initiate that conversation, but
That's
yeah.
good.
That's good.
Yeah. Wow. So you love guitar, and you were at the time. I don't know why I attached guitar to it, but at the time you were pretty deep into the Minecraft lore space. What's your journey with that? And where is it now today?
Currently, I just don't have the time to sit down and grind.
Yeah, non-existent.
I haven't played for a couple of big updates,
Yeah.
so all my worlds are kind of outdated.
Whoa.
So until I get some time to kind of start a new world and dump,
X hours.
50 hours into it,
Yeah.
get a good start.
Wow.
Probably
What-
gonna.
Yeah. What's like an update that would bring you back in like tonight if they were like if Mojang and
It was just
everybody
like,
was just
hey
like,
man, we just
this is what's
posted
coming to
this
the
and it's
game.
coming out at the next hour.
Yeah. The end update.
Is that actually a thing?
I don't think so. I don't think it's been announced, but there's been some cool like mods that kind of dabble in the end specifically. So I think that'd be pretty cool because it's a bit boring after you get Elytra. After that, really.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
kinda
The
nothing
game in
really
general,
there.
or
No, just
just the
the
end?
just the end.
Gotcha. Would you want to live in the end? Would you want it to be a place where you could live?
You know that? Yeah, I would because they made the Nether a livable area, and there's one more dimension. So
Dimension.
It can happen.
yeah,
It's happening. Yeah. Speaking of dimensions, what do you think of the multiverse?
in what context?
Like, out of 5 multiverse bennies, how many would choose the tuna fish sandwich and the peanut butter jelly sandwich? This just came straight out of my.
I'll eat a tuna melt, but that's about it. So peanut butter and jelly, 5 out of 5.
Oh, interesting.
Oh, so every multiverse Benny would then eat.
Yeah, I mean,
It's not really a complete question, gotta be honest.
But, like,
you're doing good.
when I think of the multiverse, I think of not my character in the same situations,
Yeah.
but with the same personality and goals.
Mm.
So it's the same person,
Yeah.
but maybe I took a different path, so I end up in a different area. But I'm
Totally.
still like Benny.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, that's
I see.
good.
So-
At least you're
okay.
still
So my choices are gonna be similar.
similar in nature.
Oh, so
Yeah.
your essence is the same and the
Yeah.
capabilities and such, but just like your setting is different.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I actually have a legitimate question now that kind of pertains to this. If you could meet like an alternate version of you, or no, if you could like like we go through high school and we go through life and we choose our hobbies
Yeah.
and like what kind of person we are, in that time, what would you go back and be? Since you've already done the one you've already done, obviously, which one would you go back and avenues would you take?
Well, I'm 21, so I have a lot of life ahead of me.
Way more.
So I'll probably finish this one out, and then I quit piano after 3 years to play baseball. But that would be fun to continue that train. Maybe go to music school for
That would be fun.
piano, and then pick up guitar after that. But jazz pianist, that'd be pretty epic.
You would.
I
look
would
good as a jazz
have a lot of
pianist.
fun with that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, that's probably the main one.
Nice.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, do you have a question for us?
I have two ones. The first one would be: have you had any notable fan interactions of the podcast or other media projects? So this can include your.
Yes.
None come to my mind. I think a lot of the support has been, besides our close friends, that give updates and stuff, has been like quiet, steady support. Because our listeners haven't been dropping off. We keep the same relatively for each episode. So that's, but no moments where anybody's just been like, whoa, that's really, unless you can think of any.
Well, aside from I tell my parents about the movies and stuff and all this stuff, and they tell their friends that we do this, and so I've been at family or friend gatherings where people have come up to me and said, "Oh, I hear you're doing this."
Yeah.
Or actually, no, fan interaction. A friend of mine, Emily Nold.
Yeah.
Yes. I saw a post of hers on Instagram, and I commented on it. It was like a topical discussion kind of thing. And I commented on it, and then it just turned into a nice, very, very brief, very friendly conversation. And she was just saying that I see that you're doing movies and podcasting and other facets of entertainment and stuff. And she said, I'm supporting you guys quietly. So that was nice. That was really nice.
That is really
Yeah.
cool.
Mm-hmm.
It takes a lot of guts and will to put yourself out there, and especially as many different media, what do you call them?
Like lanes or something.
Lanes, sure, yeah, channels.
Yeah.
You got movies, music, podcasts. So props to you guys.
Thanks.
Oh,
man.
thanks.
Appreciate that.
Yeah.
Second question. I know you guys are pretty big anime buffs, so I want to know which one would you like to be, and then any universe, and which one is your best friend?
Oh, that's such a
In
nice
the
question.
universe, or could it
No,
be? I could be like Naruto, and Dragon Ball could be my guy.
Anything.
Okay.
Fair game.
Okay.
Dude, that is a great question.
I would be Eren Yeager from Attack on Titan because I'd live a short and epic life.
Yeah.
And but my best friend would be Vegeta from Dragon Ball because he's my favorite character in all of anime, and he hypes Goku up by insulting him and saying you could do more. If you don't, I'll beat you.
He's a great hype man.
He's a great hype. He hypes him up through deprecation, and in the gym, that's the how I love to be pushed is oh, you can't do this. You can't lift that. You can't lift, and then so. Yeah. That's what I'd be.
Oh, that's
Good choices.
Because I just go Titan mode.
Yeah, that's good. Let's see here. Oh, that is such a good question. I think for best friend, the first thing that popped into my mind was Goku because I was like, I would love to just hang out with somebody that's so chipper like all the time.
Yeah.
Like, not that I don't, but like somebody
Except
that's
when you
just
kill
like
Krillin.
I have this like one thing that I want to do, and I'm just gonna do it, and I'm always gonna have a great attitude about it.
Yeah.
And like somebody that's grown due to circumstances around them, but has kept their same like person to them like throughout their whole life, which I think is really cool.
Yeah.
So that would be a good best friend. And then as for a character I'd want to be, it's hard because a lot of the anime and manga I've read, I'm like, that person's so cool, but do I want their life? Probably not. So I think I would say I like first person was Naruto. Well, actually, no, I want to be Saitama. That's from One Punch Man, because he just lives in his apartment. He's by himself. He has a good buddy. He can beat every single villain with one punch. He the only thing that sucks about that is like he's so cool, but he just doesn't get a lot of recognition, so that might not be the best. But I mean, his life, he's got a bunch of good friends around him. He gets to beat villains. He's had a good journey. So
Yeah.
I'll pick Saitama. Yeah, I like
Nice.
Let's go.
There it is. Wow. That was a great question, Benny.
Yeah.
Do you have anyone or anything you want to shout out in the makings?
I would like to shout out Chief Tenasket. He is the the Native American chief that my hometown was named after.
Come on!
That's so cool.
Solid guy.
Nice.
Shout out him.
You can see him on some of the apple bins.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
Dude, let's go.
Be on the
Chief
lookout.
Tenasket.
Be on the lookout for Chief Tenasket.
Yeah,
He's kind of a
unfortunately
ghost.
he doesn't have any content out on there. No
Oh,
TikToks.
yeah.
No.
No.
He's a bit old for that, but
Is he goated in the Chief game?
he's up there. I mean, he had a town named after him. So
I mean, fair enough. Yeah. That's awesome. Well, Benny, thank you for coming on the podcast on the Do This Again Sometime. Thank you. Yes. Oh, yes.
Dude, don't you love that feeling when somebody asks you a really good question and then you're like, I could have given like 10 better answers.
Yes.
And afterwards, I just thought of so many other ones, but I still like my answers.
That's great, yeah. I think that too. I also think I like the questions that I could answer about 100 different times.
Yeah.
Because then I could just keep thinking and thinking, and I don't have to worry about other things in life. Yeah. Dude, this is a long freaking... And since we've already broken it, it's a long-ass episode, man.
It is long.
This is a long-ass
It is
episode.
a haul.
Yeah.
I enjoy it.
We're nearing the 2-hour mark.
This
here.
this is by far
our longest episode.
Yeah.
Are you prepared to edit this beast?
Oh, I am. I'm very excited.
This is going to be like 2 hours. Collectively, this episode will take 4 hours of your life.
It will.
Maybe
but I'm happy.
Happy camper.
I'm a happy camper.
Yeah. Well, we only have one guest left.
Yeah.
And we're near the end of the show, so did you announce the
Yeah,
last
I
episode?
announced it.
Yeah, well, we already know him. He's been on the show before. He's marvelous. He's wondrous. He's going to be co-director of something.
Of everybody. It's going to be a Central Theater show.
Yep, of a Central Theater show here at Central Washington University. He is the director, writer, producer, and choreographer for the restaurant Robbery.
Mm-hmm.
He is a beloved roommate and a great friend to many.
Yes, he is.
Ladies and gentlemen, the world-class actor Marcus Wolf.
Whoa.
Thank you. Thank you.
Woo!
Oh, it's
Wolf.
good to be here. It's good to be here.
Welcome back, dude.
Thank you. Thank you. It's good to be with a camera.
I know.
This
How
is
does
nice.
that feel?
It feels good.
I also forgot it was there.
You forgot I was there?
Yeah, no, forgot the camera was there when Benny was talking because I haven't seen Benny in quite a while, so I was like very like, I haven't seen you in a long time. I wanted to be focused on my boy, so
No,
I
this
kind
is
of forgot
cool.
about the camera. But welcome back, man. How you doing? How you feeling?
I'm doing good. It's been stuff has happened since last podcast. I think episode 7.
Yeah, a lot of stuff. You were living on a couch.
I was living on that couch right over there, and now I'm done living on
Is
that
it a little
couch.
sad?
No,
Or you just completely discarded it as soon as you found your home
I
again.
did kind of discard it when we moved in here, set up the bed, and I just laid on it, and I just like became a little kid. I just got really giddy.
Oh,
I was
nice.
like, I have my bed back.
That's good.
And stuff, but but that was actually a really fun experience.
Oh, good.
Just to do stuff.
Yeah, I kind of miss not because of where you were as like our roommate status, but
Yeah.
I miss the times when you're like, oh, my roommate has COVID, can I crash at your guys' house? And you came over,
Yeah.
and we were all playing Dark Souls 3 at the time, and so you just kind of sit in my room and watch, and we'd talk and stuff, and that was good.
That was really fun.
Yeah, that was great.
It's when I was like really getting to know you guys.
Yeah.
And stuff like Deacon and I had met I think once in the summer.
Well, I have a memory from. I think have we already talked about this on the podcast?
I don't know. I have a terrible memory. I'm
from
not a good
freshman
host.
year when Joker had just come out, and you were talking super in depth about it, and I was like, oh, this guy likes to talk about movies. I was like, let's go. Then we had a small chat about that.
Yeah,
That's
that,
nice.
That,
That's
that
right,
was like the only
yeah.
time I really talked to you before that.
Yeah. I just remember, like after like once I was coming in, just to sleep on the couch for a couple of days, I was just you guys were playing Dark Souls and I was just chilling, just talking to all you guys, and because I don't know, I was just really getting to know you guys. During that time, so that was
great.
awesome.
Yeah.
Was there a moment that you looked at Braxton and I and you were like, and then the rest of the people and you're like, I want to live with them?
Inklings actually started.
I love that.
Inklings.
Inklings started to kind of form, I would say, around January. I was like, I really vibe with these guys right now. This is
good.
like these guys are really cool.
Yeah.
And stuff. So it was like really cool. They play PlayStation, yes.
But everyone has their own flaws.
So you admit it's a flaw?
No, I'm saying from your point of
No,
view.
you just admit it was a
knew
flaw.
For you nobody's
made it to a
watching at
flaw.
home and
Yeah,
listening,
this is
you
gonna be
audio
fun.
and video listeners.
Yes.
Marcus and the rest of our house has been in a very heated debate about PlayStation or Xbox, and they both have their flaws. They both have their successes.
It's true.
And it's time to tuck that guy into bed.
Is it though?
We love them. We love them both.
I love them both,
We do.
but we don't.
For one, slightly more.
Slightly.
There's a bug on the microphone.
Is there actually?
Oh my.
What's he saying?
What is he?
There you
Wow,
go. He didn't.
He flew.
He
I
really-
thought it was on the camera microphone over
No.
there.
No, I honestly forgot that there was a microphone. There's a fly in the house. I wonder where that
Oh
praying
my,
mantis.
that
There's a
was
praying mantis
distracting.
on the window. Yeah.
Was there?
Yes. You weren't home.
Oh, he was
Oh, okay.
big. He was big.
I
He
was
was
gonna say,
massive
He
in
was real
scale.
big. Yeah, he was bad. He was real bad,
Yeah,
guys.
it's crazy.
Dang.
But so we kind of talked about it, but you're co-directing everybody.
Yes. Yes. So it is. So I was speaking just recently with the professor who is the head director of the show. The play is called Everybody. I was just reading the script today and everything. It essentially, the concept of the show is it was a play that was based off of a variety of other productions that have been like told many, many, many years ago. And one of the concepts that is in the show is that there would be 5 characters and 5 actors. And other actors would have their own separate characters and everything. But within this sort of bubble of 5, in the show, the actors would draw from a hat, like a lottery system, as to which character they're playing that show day. And so the actors have to memorize 5 different roles to then perform. So they don't know what they're performing that night.
Wow.
And then they just draw from a hat and going, I'm playing this specific character.
That is incredibly challenging.
That sounds
It's
so
very
stressful.
challenging. And I was reading it, and they basically memorize the entire play. And stuff.
How?
They'll have like a whole page just of
That's
dialogue.
crazy.
It's very challenging, but it's very fun.
I am
this is
hyped
good.
to see this
This is
multiple
good.
times.
It's
Now-
gonna be so. That's the thing. It kind of makes you want to go back multiple times because then it's like someone's gonna play a different character, and it's gonna be so good.
I got a question for both of you. So both of you being actors,
Yeah.
and doing productions, what is the hardest part about doing that? Like, I guess specifically with like whether it be memorizing or I don't know, some level of stage fright or because I did a play part when I was like 8 years old, but I only had a couple lines. That's all I had to memorize. So like I couldn't even imagine like trying to do a whole character. Like how do you get behind that?
I would say there's always this one thing that I kind of see some actors kind of do, whether or not it was like high school or community theater or whatnot, just kind of, and you even see it in some movies as well. You sometimes you see actors acting and not playing a legitimate person, because obviously in some roles there are points in time where you have to play archetypes or maybe stereotypes, or there's many ways that you can go about a character, but you'll always kind of see like per se, if Braxton is performing, I don't see him playing, let's just say you're playing Luke Skywalker in something. I don't see Luke Skywalker. I see Braxton Zenobio playing
Luke Skywalker.
A person named Luke Skywalker who I guess has a lightsaber and stuff. And so that's kind of one thing I think is one of the most challenging things. And it's always, but a way to kind of, I find, overcome that is just staying present in the moment and really think about what is this person trying to do? Gotcha. Like, what is their objective? What is that thing that character wants? And then you kind of go, okay, have I ever maybe wanted this thing before? Have I ever been in this situation? And then I'll do what's called like an emotional recall. I'll draw back from my past experience, similar experiences, bring that in, and it kind of rounds it out a little bit, to kind of just be like, this person I'm experiencing along with. And that's kind of how you can kind of kill that acting as if you're acting.
Yeah, gotcha. Yeah, that definitely is what I was rearing towards, is just the moment where the character no longer becomes believable, and it is someone or just someone playing a certain character. But that was already Mark's answer, so I'll go with a different one. One that was difficult to think about for me, as in the brief time I've acted on stage, is when someone forgets a very integral line, like a plot altering line.
Oh yeah.
And you are the main character, and you have to. Your soul, like, you are the crux. You are the audience's reaction as the main character. You are, they may not be looking through your eyes, but they are looking at you to feel, right? In most cases, there's certain side characters that have a very emotional depth moments, right? As most good plays do, and most good musicals do, and movies and stuff. There's great side characters, but as a main character, when a side character forgets a very integral line, and this is truly like a very story heavy beat that they need to hit, and it misses. And as an actor, you gotta help each other out to pick up the pieces when the puzzle piece falls off the table. So if Marcus and I are playing, and Marcus is the main character, and I biff a really big line, it is, I believe it's Marcus's responsibility to help pick up the the slack, right? And I think that's a common knowledge amongst most stage actors, is to improv their way back to the path they're supposed to be on, because a play is a pathway that you got to follow and stuff. And so I think that's just pretty difficult.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Well, and I think that's kind of a key thing too, just about memorizing lines, because the thing is you don't necessarily want to memorize them, you want to learn them. And there's kind of a difference between that, because memorizing is you just have the words in your brain. But when you learn it, you understand what they're trying to say. Yeah. Sort of that subtext, because you could always have like two characters per se. You have a married couple fighting over dishes. Are they really fighting over dishes? Now you have those lines memorized in your head, so you can, just say like, you didn't put these away, or you didn't put enough dishes in the dishwasher. But what is that actually trying to convey to that other character? Maybe there's something deeper that they're trying to get to that other person.
Yeah. Huh. That's cool. When's that coming out, Marcus? Not for a while now.
Yeah, so it's not coming out for a while. That one should be coming out, I want to say, late November, early December. I believe. Yes, because we're going to have a little bit of a break in between, I think for like Thanksgiving break. Yeah. So kind of at the end of November and beginning of December, which I think will be really I think it'll be really key to have that long amount of time. Because normally you might have like a month and a half to 2 months maybe to work on a show. But kind of having as much time as we can to really get the text off of its feet. Because it's a very abstract showing. Yeah. It's a very abstract show. There's going to be a lot of voiceovers. Yeah. And many of the actors are going to have to do the same dialogue. So 5 people are doing the same dialogue for 5 different characters. And then there's going to be lip syncing and, all of this just page long dialogue that it's with writing and everything you can't improvise off of. You can't add or take out any text. And that's something I have a hard time doing. I keep adding in text. So that time is key and everything, and I'm very excited to show it with people.
Dude, that's epic.
Yeah.
I'm hyped to see it.
Me too.
I'm very hyped for you guys to see it. It's gonna be so good.
Yeah. I do believe you have a question for us.
I do, actually, yes. And this was something that I thought of just recently. So, not only with the console wars, but there is also streaming wars that have been going on for a while. So I want to hear your guys' opinion on what do you think is kind of winning this streaming war? Do you think
the
streaming service war? Yeah. So Netflix, HBO Max, Disney Plus, Hulu, because there were a lot, I think, kind of in 2020 that were trying to make it, but then didn't.
Yeah. And now we have the Peacock, Hulu, Amazon Prime, Netflix, HBO Max, Disney Plus.
There's so much. Discovery Plus.
Oh yeah.
Paramount Plus. There's so much.
Now Warner Brothers just partnered with Discovery.
Oh. Yeah. So that's gonna merge.
Yeah.
He's winning.
Okay. I think in terms of annual, consistent releasing and what keeps people coming and keeps people buying is Disney Plus.
Okay.
So I would say that is winning, but that's Disney, so Disney will always win, no matter what. Let's be honest, Disney always wins.
Yeah.
But aside from that, I think HBO Max is winning because they are bringing the most competitive shows and the most enticing, dicey shows. And unfortunately, I don't really, even though I do watch these shows and I am a fan of the shows on there, unfortunately, the shows that HBO and shows in general become more and more risky and are becoming more and more grotesque, intense, violent, sexual. Yeah. And that doesn't, like Euphoria. I'm thinking of Euphoria, and then this new one with Johnny Depp's daughter. That's going to be in it, which is what critics are saying, worse than Euphoria, worse than Game of Thrones. Okay. It's going to be, people say it's going to be the most disgusting show on television. And I'm like, why are they making it? Yeah. Because our world is, getting more sick and twisted, if you will. But, Euphoria, amazing piece of art. The colors, the soundtrack, the acting, the characters. Yeah. So good. But there's a lot of content in there that is just not safe for work. And, I mean, I'm not a massive fan of that content. So, yeah. There's my stance. What do you guys think?
I personally, I think you're right. Because Disney Plus, I'm not too big. I don't really know that much about the pricing and all that. Is Disney Plus cheaper than HBO Max?
It's I think
HBO Max $20.
Because I know that's the thing that's hindering me. Because if HBO Max could at least match or be only a couple dollars more, I would say they're easily winning. But Disney Plus has stuff for all ages.
Yeah,
and HBO Max does to an extent with some of their cartoon
animated
stuff.
Batman movies and stuff.
They have Sesame Street.
Yeah.
I just like all the content that I really like. All my favorite stuff is on HBO Max, and I think they have a lot of just very well made, highly produced art. So and. I think that Disney Plus is even just their documentaries and their other single-handedly owned by them are just not as compelling as the stuff that HBO does. So I'd pick that personally.
Pick
Max.
HBO. Yeah. Gotcha.
Yeah.
I would pick Disney Plus right now. I think because they got they acquired 20th Century Fox years ago. They're finally they have been rolling in a lot of Fox projects. They just dropped Logan, Deadpool 1 and 2. So those two ones, which is, I think, their first R-rated movies that they've had.
Yeah.
But I think HBO Max is kind of right underneath it, because with House of Dragon, it just got, I think, 10 million views or something like that.
Crazy. It was the biggest premiere.
It was the biggest premiere launch. Well, and people are. I guess it's getting critically acclaimed, but again, it is kind of that content heavy.
Yeah. First review I saw was Game of Thrones, House of Dragon, politics, dragons, swords, sex, and more sex. And I'm like, but here's a cool thing that we talked about in the car the other day. There are guides out there that give you the timestamps and parameters of these shows and their content. Yes. So there is a full, complete guide for Euphoria out there to evade all nudity and drugs if you are someone that doesn't like to view content with drugs and alcohol, or you're recovering or something in that sphere, right?
Yeah.
So
yeah,
there are means around it, but still, it is unfortunate.
No, I get you. Yeah, it is kind of one of those ones where it's like I think about just kind of content in general with that stuff, and and I just think at a certain point in time, what's the purpose?
Right. Yeah. Is it for shock? Is it propelling the story?
Exactly.
Is it a little bit of both?
Well, the thing is,
it's like a case by case basis.
So in Macbeth, there's a sex scene in Macbeth with the main Macbeth and his wife, and it's basically she's seducing him into basically turning on the whole kingdom and killing the king and taking over and taking the throne. That's an amazing sex scene. That is a sex scene warranted for media. And I think it's okay for that. Like, that is like sure, I don't want to watch people have sex. Don't get me wrong. But like, it's one that drives the story. And I'm like, okay, this is good. This is good writing here. This is good writing. But, you start a scene with like someone just, two people going at it. I'm like, why? They're about to talk about something that's completely irrelevant to the situation. They don't need to be naked.
Well, and I think about it too. It's like, it's like you have to think about too. Those are the people you're putting those situations in. I'm so sorry if I'm going deep on this stuff, but it's something that I've really thought about a lot.
That's good. We're at 2:15.
We've already hit that.
That's fair. But it's like you're putting people in those situations regardless, and there's so many instances where when you put actors in those situations, no one knows how to take care of them properly. And it in many ways, if you don't communicate what's going on, you genuinely will ruin relationships in outside of the context of the quote unquote art that you're making.
Yeah.
And stuff. There's been, I think, many instances in either Game of Thrones or I think some stuff got debunked in Euphoria according to the actresses.
Yeah, there were people saying that the director was making specifically Sydney Sweeney, the girl that plays Cassie, who has a handful of nude scenes in the show. They were saying that he was making them do it against their will and stuff, and she's like, no. He's actually great. If he's like, okay, well, you're gonna be naked for this scene, she has all full power to say, I don't think it's necessary, and then he'll go, oh, okay, fine.
Yeah, well, and that's, luckily a lot of the people in the industry have developed what's called an intimacy director.
Yes.
And it's kind of like the same thing as fight choreography. You wouldn't just have you wouldn't have two people, in a scene and just go, okay, fight. Like, you would choreograph that to make sure that everybody was safe.
Yeah.
And stuff. And so that's kind of what they've done when it comes to just any form of intimacy in general, not just the incredibly graphic stuff, but even just like as to like, let's say a kiss and stuff like that. Like, they genuinely choreograph that to ensure that there is no like outside romantic things. This is specifically work. That's what it's gonna be, and everything.
Totally agree. Yeah. Well. Did I already ask you if you want to shout out anyone?
No.
Not
yet. Do you
yet.
want to shout out anyone?
Do I want to? Well, I mean, all of us goons have been on this podcast.
We have now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Every single goon in existence.
Not Simon.
Not Simon.
No.
Not Simon. That can
man.
happen.
It could happen.
We can make it happen.
Yeah. He probably would.
You know what? I want to give a shout out to my past roommates.
Oh,
then,
that's good.
I've had a lot of them. Let's see. We have Evan, Daniel, Ronnie, Dion, Sam. I think that's it. I want to say yes, but a shout out to my past roommates because all of you guys have been amazing, and I'm very lucky that we spent time in a house together. It was awesome.
Oh, that's nice. Well, ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Marcus Wolf.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Deacon, well, it's that time again where we just, we got to wrap it and roll it,
Yeah. That was an extravaganza for the 10th episode, if I do say
Dude,
so.
that was crazy.
Yeah.
So many guests.
That was.
It happened so quick. Did not feel like 2 hours until right now.
Quick, yeah.
It has now started to feel like it's been 2 hours and 19 minutes, almost 2:20. But
how is your mental fortitude now?
I'm exhausted. I know we're about to watch some Bachelor after this, but I'm completely drained.
Oh, we are.
I think so. I think that's what is the plan. But
makes me very excited.
I am drained like an isosceles triangle.
Oh.
Yes. Well, I don't know what Owen's gesturing.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we're
but it's something.
Yeah.
We're at the end. Deacon, do you have anything else you want to say before I close this out?
Oh, thanks to everyone that has been a part of this.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks to my co-host. Thank God for this platform that we can hang out and just have fun and talk about very, very crazy topics, very real topics. I thank you to all the people that have opened up and shared parts of themselves and their family. It takes a lot to, especially now being recorded too, on video. So I'm happy for nobody's watching. Very thankful. Yeah, I just echo that. Thank you, nobodies, for silently supporting us and providing us with a steady income of views and listens on each thing. And we appreciate all the feedback and the support and the love, and yeah, thank you. Yep. But there it is again. Thank you for watching Nobody's Watching, the podcast where we go to you and we like to figure out what makes you tick and what you're interested in. I'm your co-host, Braxton Zenobio.
And I was Deacon Tuttle.
And this is an open seat right now. And thanks for watching Nobody's Watching. We'll see you next time.